Yo, what is up, guys? How's it going? This is your boy Kazi.
And this is Nas. Hope you guys are doing great.
Today, we're going to be talking about how to become a full stack developer. Some of you guys have heard us talk about becoming a full stack developer, but this is an exclusive training that this is our first time actually releasing online.
Exactly. So pay very close attention to it because this has the potential to have a big impact on your life and give a good trajectory for what your next future will be.
Absolutely. Now, what I'm going to be sharing with you guys, I hope that the screen share works properly.
I hope so too.
Okay. But this is going to be this is what you guys are going to be learning about, how to become a full stack developer. So we have this entire training and we're going to go over this step by step. Okay. And there's some amazing things you're going to learn.
Yes.
Couple of things now before we begin. Okay. These are really important.
Very important, guys. Make sure that you take notes. So take out a piece of pen and paper and take notes because this is going to be very valuable. And this will be very good insight for you on how to become a full stack developer.
Absolutely. So welcome, Stefan. We see Stefan. We see John.
What's up, John?
Dave. Daniel.
Yo.
Gallo. What is going on?
Akash, what's up?
Yo.
Stefan. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Natalia is here.
Natalia. Yo, Natalia.
Let's go.
She's always in the comments.
Melissa. Hi. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
So we got all of you guys in the comments. Let us know. Are you guys excited about today's training?
Woo!
Drop it in the comments below and let us know that you're pumped up and you're excited.
We've got Jose on YouTube. We got Keith. We got Farzine, Nikhil, Arian. What is up? What is up? Good to see you all.
Where are you guys coming in from, by the way? So let me know that too. I'm curious.
Like, as in
state?
What state? Yeah.
What city?
Or what country?
Yeah.
Are you from Netherlands? Are you from Australia? Where are you from? Anyone from Ukraine?
From US. All right. I'm reading the comments. I'm excited. Natalia says, okay. Shoba is excited. Beautiful. Yes. Okay. We got Virginia in the house, Oregon and Washington, Palestine.
Nice.
Brilliant. Okay, guys. So a couple of things. Make sure you turn off your phone. Go into do not disturb mode. We're going to be going straight into it. I'm going to start delivering. We're going to start delivering value. One of the things I want to watch with you guys is a lot of you submitted your experience of how you felt about this challenge. Okay. So is it okay if I share that with you guys? I think you're going to freaking love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to share this with you guys and hopefully you guys can see the video in an easy format. So I'm going to hit share screen. Let's go here and let's just share the entire screen. Okay. Fantastic. And hopefully you guys can.
Holy shit.
Okay, let's turn that down. You want to be able to build an amazing project, put it on. All right, I think it's here. These other students have to say, check it out.
Behind me, you can have a look at the app. It's not quite finished, so I just wanted to show you. I'm still working on it. It has some cool features, though.
That's it. I actually really like your base.
And let me know also, guys, how was your experience so far with the challenge? Did some of you build an Amazon project? Were you able to complete it? How did that go? Drop that in the comments below. I want to know.
Taking like simple breakdowns of these concepts because to me, like it made so much more sense than what I learned in my coding bootcamp, to be honest.
I found that the Slack community is probably the most supportive educational community I've ever worked with.
So if I add a few things to my basket here, I can see in my basket, and then you can see the shipping updates to $29.99.
And I was able to finish pretty much all of the app except the deployment part.
I see the Amazon in the back.
I'm very happy and very proud of what I achieved. It was a great experience. It pushed me so far. Like, you don't have an idea. I spent so much time and tried to figure out everything.
From everything from front end to
back
back
so
end,
happy.
with Firebase.
Yeah, he was really happy. I love
using Stripe payment. That's always been something I've wanted to implement, and it's very difficult.
I'm definitely new to React. It was a really great experience. I'm loving React. I've been trying to work towards getting into maybe like a Google or an Amazon.
So that's really cool. She wants to build these to get a job in Google or Amazon. What companies do you want to get a job in? I'm also curious to know.
Let us know in the comments below, guys.
Learning from you guys and improve my React and JavaScript skills.
We are out here coding at 3:30 a.m.
Aaron?
I want to become a full stack React.js developer and either work remotely and have the freedom to travel and to be financially free.
I'm like going through a transformation, and then and also.
So I'll stop right here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that experience.
These are some amazing stories. And like I've seen some of the actual completed projects that they posted, guy, bro. They like there was a person like Dash, I think.
Sure, that's fine.
Made a complete different view of what Amazon Clone is.
That's fantastic.
Like modern version of it.
Oh, we should have had it. I would have loved to show.
Good.
I would have loved.
Maybe Amanat can send it to us if he can.
Yeah. So that's amazing. Some people are saying, Mailing Delgado says, I'm still working on it and taking notes of the important info that you guys are giving. Okay. Daniel Gallo says, there's a company in Spokane called Two Barrels that I would like to work for. Natalia says, my dream job is to get a job as a developer. Great. These are fantastic goals. I love them. Now, guys, with that said, we're going to jump straight into the training. So bring out a notebook, pen.
Let's go.
And take notes on this because it's going to be really, really valuable. Okay. So I'm going to share screen and let's just jump right into it. All right. Let's go here. And hopefully it's going to be sharing with you guys full screen. Do you have Crowdcast open there? If you can just show me, please.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Frankie,
No, I got it.
Okay, fantastic. So how to become a full stack developer? Let's get into it. Now, guys, just a little bit about what we do here at Clever Programmer, right? These are the students that have gone through our programs, and over 5,000 students we have had enrolled in our programs, and they're learning from us and they've gotten real results. So all these beautiful people that you see here, they have had the privilege and the opportunity to work at some amazing companies, right? We have had students land jobs at companies like Sonos, Blue Origin, Microsoft, PayPal, and the list goes on.
So many opportunities.
So there's a lot of opportunity for people. This is what we do every single day. This is what excites us and drives us. And we want to make sure that the next person that has this story is you. Now, on our YouTube channel, as you guys know, we just hit 900,000 subscribers. So we are so freaking excited because we've had the privilege to teach millions of people around the world.
Yes.
Over 200 countries and over 16,000 cities, which is fantastic. And we're so happy that we're finally about to break that 1 million subscribers.
Let's go.
We've been waiting so long for that moment, and it's finally about to happen. So super excited.
We're gonna really celebrate when we hit that 1 million. We'll have like a cool live video. We'll like have a big celebration with all you guys.
So exciting.
Yeah.
And now, who is this training for? I want to just list out a bunch of people that this might be for.
Yes.
Okay. If people are looking to switch careers, so if you're somebody who's like, hey, I've been in this one industry, I want to become a developer. You currently maybe hate your job. You're in the IT field. You love coding, but it's not your career. You feel like you hit the ceiling at your job. You're in the service industry, data analysts, UI, UX developers, or just developers in general. Okay. If you're a junior developer, want to go to the next level. So let's move on. In other words, this training is for you. Now, here's the BS. Everyone out there says you need to actually become a full stack developer. And let me tell you guys that most of that is BS. And here's what that looks like. By the way, let me know in the comments below. Have you guys ever seen full stack developer roadmap charts like this?
These are crazy charts. These make me scary.
Yeah. Let me know if you've seen them. Okay.
By the way, Austin, thank you so much for the €2 donation. Yeah, donation. You guys motivate me to start learning JavaScript. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Who? Huh? Parth landed a job. That's fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. So if you guys have seen roadmaps like this, right? Let me tell you guys something. This is not true. This is not actually what people have to learn or what you have to learn to get a job. Okay.
Yes.
Like, for example, why would you need to learn Xdebug if you're trying to get a job as a JavaScript full stack developer?
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of this is complete BS, and we're going to move past this.
These things do exist. Yes, they are there. But that's not what it means. That you don't have to know all of this to actually be a full stack developer and start your career.
No.
So what do you need to learn in that case?
That's a great question. Let's talk about it. Here's what we say that you do need to learn. Okay, so write this down. That's about to come up. Definitely need JavaScript. You need to learn and master React. You should master a state management tool like Redux.
Beautiful.
Tons of mid-size to large-size corporations are using this.
A lot of them are using this.
Learn a real-time database like Firebase. Okay.
Yeah.
So
we use that at this clone, guys.
Yes. Okay. So make sure you're using a database like that. And also learn and master a NoSQL style database like MongoDB. Okay.
Yes.
What becoming a full stack developer is about is this. It's the mastery of the few instead of the knowledge of the many.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the entire world teaches you. Master every single technology out there, right? They're like, hey, Next.js is the next hot thing. TypeScript. You should know GraphQL. You should know all of this. That's not true. The truth is it's a mastery of the few. And now watch what happens on the screen. You take all of these things, you combine them all together, and this is what you get.
Boom.
Full stack mastery. Okay. That's what that is. You become a full stack
knowledge.
developer.
You get full stack development.
Okay. Now, here is, according to ZipRecruiter, what an average full stack React.js developer makes in US. It changes based on the state you're in.
Yes.
It changes based on the country you're in. If you are in Los Angeles as a React.js developer, average salary is $126,000 a year. But I'm not counting Los Angeles. I'm just taking the average of US.
Right.
Because of the pandemic, most people can now get remote jobs. So if you're in a different country, it's possible for you to get a US job. Okay. $108,000 a year is what's possible. Okay. This is one of our students, Dina, and she joined our program, and she went from knowing JavaScript and a little bit of React to taking her skills to a whole another level. And she was able to land a job at $40,000 a year or more in a couple of months.
Yeah, she literally, when COVID started and everything kind of went down, she had a hostel and she completely lost that hostel during COVID. And she did not know what to do in terms of like how to make money. And then she's in Brazil. And yeah, she joined Clever Programmer. She started learning right from us. And she was just a really hard-headed person. Like she wanted to become the React developer. She even joined the challenge, like a challenge that you guys are on right now, right? Then she went and she did like a hackathon, right? Then next thing you know, she starts applying for jobs. Next thing you know, she gets her first job.
And she was not even in US at the time when this happened, right? So for her, this is a lot equivalent of US. So we were super excited about her. And I'm just curious, if you had a job that was starting at something like this, would you be excited, right? Of course, the potential in the ceiling is more, but where would you start that's good enough for you? That's an important question to ask. Now, here's the next thing I want you to understand. As a React.js developer, I don't know if you guys have ever heard about something called React Native. Okay.
What is that?
So can you guys in the chat let me know if you know the difference between do you know the difference between React.js versus React Native? Okay. Drop it in the chat and let's see if some of them know the difference.
Let's see. We'll see.
Is it coming in real time?
Mobile development, good.
Fantastic.
Mobile dev, good. Mobile. Native is for mobile.
Awesome.
Yes, good. Beautiful.
So great job, you guys. React Native is for mobile development.
Yes.
React.js is for web development. But let me ask you a question. If you mastered React, do you think it would be easy for you to pick up React Native at some point?
Or at least easier.
Easier.
Yes.
Right? The answer is, I believe it would be a little bit easier for you to pick up React Native.
100%.
And then you can publish your apps in the iOS, like the Apple Store and the Android Store with just one language. This is what makes React so freaking powerful. You can go from making web apps to mobile apps, and mobile app starting salaries are significantly higher. So whether you have 2 to 3 years of experience or you have React Native experience, this can be on your roadmap. So I would advise you right now to take down in your notes, learn React, and then at some point learn React Native.
Yes.
That can really boost up your career potential.
And the interesting part about that is that that's actually going to get better and better through time. As React Native gets, more popular, you will see companies switching completely from Swift or Android development to React development, because it's better to have one team for mobile development instead of having a Swift team for iOS and an Android team for Android, right? And so more people are going to start to jump on this.
Oh, that's a fantastic insight.
Exactly. As as we continue into this kind of era of trying to build one platform, one thing for one platform.
100%. Now, here's what you actually do as a full stack developer. Okay, I want you to visualize what your job is day to day. And if this makes you happy, then look into it. If this does not make you happy, Full stack development is probably not for you, right? But these are the types of things you're doing. So you might be making a graph like this. You might be making a component that allows you to add like a calculator, right? Header. You have this bar over here that does the calculation. These are different components that you're making. Now, sometimes you're doing web development. Sometimes you're optimizing that web for the mobile apps as well. But this is what your job is looking like. Now, imagine if you were working and you were making an app that looked like this. Okay, would that
looks so good?
That looks really good, right?
That looks so good, guys. Who would want to make an app like that? Tell me.
That's really cool. I personally would myself. This is so cool. So imagine you have this on your portfolio and you go to get a job from somewhere. You see why you would be so much more likely to be able to get a job, right? This is why. This is the reason, okay?
Yeah.
Now, next up, write this down. Full stack development is broken into two parts. It's front end and back end. I think a lot of you already know about this, but those are the two parts that it's actually broken into. Now, let's talk about front end. Front end, you need to have, whoops, let me go back here.
Right.
Front end, you need to master JavaScript.
100%.
Okay. Take the time to learn this and learn this extremely well. And the slide that I'm about to show you after this, okay, on the next slide, is probably one of the most important things we can tell you that you'll ever hear in your life when it comes to becoming a developer. This is the single reason why most people don't get jobs at their dream companies. So if you wanted to get a job at Google, Amazon, PayPal, this will be the reason that if you don't pay attention to this, you don't have a shot even remotely close to getting those jobs. But if you pay attention to what we're about to tell you, you will now have a very realistic shot at getting those jobs.
This is what most people miss, and this is the reason why 90% of developers fail.
Mastering algorithms and data structures.
Yes.
Okay. This is the thing that stops so many people from improving in their career. This is the thing why recruiters look at your projects on your portfolio and they go, man, we should bring this person in and hire them. But when they bring you in because they see a fancy project, well, guess what happens when you can't problem solve?
Exactly. They will ask you one simple question. For example, hey, can you merge two arrays for me, right? Create a function to merge two arrays. And you won't be able to do that, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to test you on, hey, can you build a project for me in 45 minutes?
Yeah.
No, they're going to test you on what are your algorithms? What are your data structures? What foundations as a developer do you have?
Absolutely. Okay.
You know?
Yeah. So those are the most important things for you to understand and know about. Okay. What are your foundations? Can you write recursive Fibonacci right now if I told you, or would you need to Google that? If you need to Google that, you're probably not going to get a job at most companies.
Exactly.
Is it unfair? Absolutely. I think that a lot of it is unfair and I'm on your side, but it is still part of how most big tech companies do their recruiting. Yeah. This is still how most of the high paying jobs do recruiting for their companies and interviewing. So you need to master this, okay?
But on top of that, mastering this is not only going to be good for the interviews, guys, but it's also important for your problem solving skills in general.
That's true.
A lot of you out there, right? You guys watch videos, you try to make projects.
Yeah.
But what I hear from students, because I get on calls with hundreds of students, right? What I hear from you guys is that, oh, when it comes down to making something on your own, you can't. You simply just can't.
When that cursor is blinking blank on VS Code, nothing comes to your mind.
You don't know where to start. That is the big issue, right? And let me know in the comments below if you're that right now. Let me know in the comments below if you're that person who's like, if it comes down to trying to do something on your own, you simply just can't.
Right. If you struggle with that, right? Blinking cursor syndrome.
Yeah.
I just came up with it.
That's cool.
Or the blank VS Code syndrome.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know if you're suffering from it. Who is suffering from it? Sometimes if I don't have my coffee, I suffer from it too. So I understand. Okay.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Now, take the time to master data structures and algorithms before you move on. And this is why going slow is fast. Yes. Can you guys in the comments tell me why I've put this slide here that says going slow is fast? Why would I add this in here?
Because you're an Avenger.
That could be reason number one. And reason number two would be, let's see what some of these people are saying.
Let's see. Oh,
David who? David L. Thank you for that $50 donation. That is absolutely incredible.
Holy
you
moly.
are a hero.
Currently a React full stack developer, clever programmer for the win.
Let's go, David L.
Let's go. Beautiful, David.
That is.
Oh.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I know some of you Did I get banned already from ads? I'm just going to say it anyway. I know some of you fuckers, my beautiful people, you hate when we put up the music. I can't help it. I'm going to do it anyway, okay? Out of a lot of love. We just enjoy it, okay? So we want you to enjoy it with us, all right? Enjoy it with us. It's okay. You can yell at us and leave negative comments later. That comes later.
Yeah.
We can't help it. We enjoy music. We enjoy the love. Yeah. Now, why going slow is fast is because you master the details by going slow, just like Stefan Lefort said, okay? Brian says master fundamentals. Okay. Daniel says slow and steady wins the race.
Yes. Turtle beats the hare. That's interesting.
Yes.
Yes.
So mastering these and slowing down actually makes your progress in the future faster. This is why this is important. Now, thing number two I need you to learn on the front end is, write this down, React.
Woo!
Now, if I asked you, what is React? How would you describe it? Drop it in the comments below right now and let me know. This is an interview we're having. Tell me what is React. So let's see what they say.
Let me see. And guys, of course, in the past few days, you guys have been using React. So hopefully you know a little bit about it.
Yes.
Let me see. What are they saying? Brian, okay. Hey guys, so React is React.
Stefan says React. Scroll down. Let's see.
React is a framework. It's a library, Brendan. Nice.
Good. Keep going. James says it's a library.
Good.
Ritik says a library for front end.
I thought it says a framework.
Okay. So some of you will move on to the next step. Some of you will get sent home. All right. And here's why. React, okay, is actually a library. It's a JavaScript library. So it's not a framework. Now, most recruiters probably wouldn't send you home when you say that. That's okay. But still learn that and write that down so you know if you went into an interview, okay? And let me ask you this. What language do you write React in? React, you write it in JavaScript. So let me ask you another question. If you took the time to master JavaScript right here, when Kazi and Naz begged you and yelled at you to master it before moving forward, now, and you took the time to master algorithms and data structures with JavaScript, now when you go to React, which is also written in JavaScript, do you think it would be a little bit easier for you to pick up React? Yes or no?
Much easier.
It would be much easier.
Yes.
And what happens with most people, they jump into React right away. They make progress. They start building apps. They're excited. But 2 months later, they hit a roadblock. And now they're just stuck in like the mud, right? What is it called? Quicksand, where you keep going down.
You keep going. It's called quicksand, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or deep gravel. If in deep gravel, you rev your tire, you just keep digging a deeper hole. Frankie knows about that. He's got his car stuck going for dinner.
Yeah.
So we were all actually in that car. It was crazy. Me, Naz, Frankie, and Frankie. I'm like, Frankie, don't go there. There's a deep gravel. It says deep gravel. It says danger. Don't go. He's like, oh, we're fine. Boom.
Next thing you know, you guys are pushing the car.
And then he just keeps trying to rev out of there. And we just keep digging a deeper hole. That day, we were so close to dying, but we survived. We're like, no, Frank, please.
So don't dig yourself a deeper hole.
So that's what happens if you try to rev the engine by skipping over fundamentals.
Exactly.
You just keep digging a deeper hole.
Yeah.
Learn JavaScript first, then go on to React.
And you also start to lose not only patience, like for example, and you start to lose hope in yourself. Yeah, right? Because you're trying to do something, but you don't understand it. And it's because you're trying to skip a few steps. You're trying to learn how to run before you can walk.
Yeah. Trying to fly.
I believe. Okay, never mind.
Natalia says, you guys changed my career strategy. I'm coming back to master the fundamentals.
Yes,
for sure.
Natalia. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about.
Brilliant. Okay,
that's
now
what I'd like to
let's
hear.
move forward.
Go ahead.
The next thing I want you guys to understand and master on the front end is a technology like Redux.
Mhm.
And what is Redux, you guys? It's a state management tool. Okay. And let me give you an example of Redux because most people don't have an example of what Redux is. So let me just explain. If you guys have used an app like Instacart or Postmates or DoorDash or Amazon, and you go and put things into the cart, and you know how it says 2 items on the cart, then you can leave, and then you can come back and add a third item,
And there's
and now it's
two?
3 items, and it doesn't go away, and it doesn't need to refresh the page, and it's updated live, and it's accurate. That's Redux.
And it magically knows all the data when you come back to it. It doesn't disappear. It's like magic, guys.
And and it's all happening lightning, blazing fast. That's state management that's happening. Okay.
Yes.
And that's where a technology like Redux comes in. So even if you don't know that right now, put that on your roadmap, because on average, what I've seen when I was doing recruiting of React developers, everybody who had Redux on their portfolio were getting job offers that were 10 to 20,000 a year more. So this skill will definitely tack onto your salary.
Yeah. My job personally, when I was a React.js developer and a full stack developer using React.js, I used Redux.
Absolutely.
And it was like millions lines of code, guys.
Yep.
It was insane.
So million lines of
code, yeah.
They were
For
using
Redux. For Redux.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Okay, Jim. Okay, thing number 4 that I want you to know, okay, this is important as well, is Git version control. So if I asked you, how would you describe Git version control? Do me a favor and try that right now.
What do you guys think?
Okay.
What do you guys think?
What is Git version control? Here's a common trap that most people fall into. Most people confuse Git version control with GitHub.
Mhm.
Git and GitHub are not the same thing. They're 2 completely separate things. It would be like confusing a software like Final Cut Pro with like Vimeo. Vimeo is where you upload, right? And Final Cut Pro is where you edit your video.
Daniel says, Git is a lifesaver.
Git
Git
is
is amazing. No, guys, what is the definition of Git version control, guys?
Stefan says, I actually don't know. Fair enough.
Good.
Fair enough.
Should
Shebu says,
how to check changes. That's good.
yeah.
How to check changes in code.
So Git version control is, think of it like a time machine. It allows you to, if you maybe were making an app and then all of a sudden this app broke, now you cost this company millions of dollars in them making this app. But now let's say you want to revert yourself back in time to when it worked. Git. That's where that comes in. You can take your app a few months beforehand when it was working perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
So Git allows you to save your app like little checkpoints every step of the way. So you can be like, yeah, I added login functionality. Boom, 1 checkpoint. I added an add to cart functionality. Boom, 1 checkpoint. I added in this other functionality. If the app breaks, just go back to the add to cart functionality that you added.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 1 checkpoint at a time. That's what version control allows you to do. And more than that, go ahead.
And more than that, it also allows you to work with a team.
That is the main key
Right?
point, I think. Yeah.
Because if you think about this, right? Let's say you made one feature, you built a login feature, right? Let's say in the Amazon clone, okay?
Yeah.
And let's say someone else, they built, for example, the cart feature, right?
Yeah.
Well, what you can do is you can work on different branches kind of in Git and then merge your code together to fully work together. That is the coolest part about this, right, guys?
Yeah.
And with that, to help you use that, you can use the next.
You can use GitHub. Dun, da, da, da.
There you go.
To this day, I never understand what it is. It looks like, first me and Daniel thought it was a cat. Then we thought it's an octopus.
I have no idea.
Then we thought it was a cat, octopus. And then it looks like a creepy man that is wearing a mask. So we gave up eventually.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's an octopus mixed with a cat.
But is it standing on water and it's dripping water at the same time?
No, it's standing on ice, man.
I see.
I feel like it's ice.
Okay. So this is GitHub. GitHub is where you put your code. Okay.
Yes.
Think of GitHub like Dropbox or Google Drive, but for your code. This is where you push it online. That's it. Okay. It's not the same thing as Git is the more important thing, because GitHub, you can replace it with Bitbucket. You could replace it with GitLab. GitHub is less important to know. Git is the main thing that you need to know.
Yes.
Okay.
Luis says an online platform for version control.
Online
Beautiful.
platform for
Yes,
version
nice
control.
job.
Fantastic. Yeah. Cactopus. It's Batman in the daytime, Daniel. Fantastic. Now let's move on to the next thing and let's talk about backend.
Ooh, this is good.
This is where it
I
gets
love backend.
Yeah. Got it. So let's go to the next step.
Which is
Dun, 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 dun.
hey.
Node.js.
Mhm.
Now let me ask you, and I gave it away a little bit. What language do you write Node code in?
Take your guess in the comments, guys.
We should have interactive polls, man.
I know, how about that would be cool.
Frankie can make polls. What is he doing? Just sitting down there wasting time. Make the polls. Okay. What language is it written in? Python, JavaScript. Give them a choice.
Hold on,
you can do it too. Let's make this fun, man.
What language is
Node?
Is Node
What language do you write Node in or something?
written? Well,
Okay, sure.
That's fine. And then what should we say? What are some answers? Will be
Let's go Python,
Python,
JavaScript, TypeScript,
Java, assembly.
JavaScript, yeah, TypeScript. Okay, that's good enough. Let's go. Let's add it.
Hold on, I'll add one more.
You guys should watch this on our Crowdcast so you can actually vote. If you're watching it on YouTube, you can just vote with chatting.
Visible.
You can actually do poll. Create a poll, I think.
No, I created one. Oh, look at that.
Nice. We're starting to get votes in. Let's go. Awesome.
Holy moly. Can they see it too on the thing or no?
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Great. So most of it, guys, is coming from, most of the votes you guys put 22 votes so far for JavaScript, 2 votes for TypeScript. And the correct answer is JavaScript.
Yes.
So now let me ask you guys this. If you took the time to master JavaScript when Naz and I begged you and yelled at you to master it with fundamentals and problem solving, if you had took the time to master JavaScript then, when you get to the part where you're mastering backend Node.js, do you think this would be a little bit easier for you since it's already written in JavaScript and your code that you write is in JavaScript? Yes or no?
What do you guys think?
What do you think?
Yes, Saeed says.
Saeed says yes. Omari says yes.
Stefan, what about Daniel?
Stefan says yes. Absolutely. It is way easier for you because it's written in JavaScript, okay? So that's why when you go slow, you're really going fast. Most people don't master JavaScript, then get stuck on React because of some JavaScript fundamentals, and then don't make progress on Node because of some JavaScript fundamentals they don't understand.
And so it's just a continuous loop of just hurdle and hell. Like, that's why it's called YouTube tutorial hell, right? Because you're not learning those fundamentals, nor are you doing something by yourself fully.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now let's get into another thing that Naz and I really like, which are databases. All right. So one of the databases that we're going to talk about, the first one, can you guess which one it is? Boom.
Guess it. MySQL.
There we go.
Yes.
And here's the thing. Even though on our channel, most of the times we're talking about Firebase and we're talking about MongoDB, is MySQL still really popular, Naz?
100%. I mean, you talk about enterprise companies, you talk about Google, Facebook, the Netflix, right? They still use MySQL.
Yeah.
All the companies that I've worked with, like 50% of them have used MySQL.
That's true.
Yeah.
So even though these modern databases are coming in, this is still not going anywhere, and it's going to be really, really popular for a really long time.
Yes.
So it helps for you to learn MySQL. Okay, this is a structured database, classical, traditional style databases. Learn it and master it. Now let's go on to technology number 2, which is MongoDB.
Right.
And what is MongoDB?
Guys, now that, remember how we had a MySQL
Should
database?
we give them another poll?
Hold on.
I'll tell you the options, okay?
Hold on.
What is MongoDB?
What is MongoDB?
Okay, and give them 3 options. Let's go structured database.
DB?
Yeah, no SQL database.
No SQL. No.
And then let's go real-time database.
Real-time.
We're going to do a poll, guys. Hold on. It's coming. Add.
Real-time. All right. Add. And we shall make it visible. It's visible now.
It's visible. Let's see what you guys say.
Oh, shit.
We got 3 votes came in hot. 6 votes for no SQL database.
9 votes.
For the other ones, it's...
You guys are wrong.
Just kidding.
We're kidding, guys.
Wow. We have a really educated...
Holy shit.
Really educated audience here.
Wow,
that's
not bad.
fantastic.
NoSQL. Look, everybody's there. Look at this. It's Luis, NoSQL.
Yo, nice.
I like how I was like, you guys are wrong.
Fantastic. So guys, you're right. It is a NoSQL database, okay? It's a non-structured database. So write that down. This is going to be really important for you later on to know in your career, okay?
Daniel's like, you scared me.
Yeah. Yep. So good job. Let's move on to the next one. Firebase. All right. Firebase is and I'm just going to give you the answer unless you type it in the comments faster than me.
What do you guys think?
If you already know, type it in. But Firebase is a real-time database.
With a NoSQL database.
With a NoSQL database.
Yes.
It's a hybrid too.
Yeah. It's a NoSQL database that is real time. That's actually what you guys use for the Amazon clone.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
And it's really cool. It's really awesome. It's fancy.
Yeah.
And let me give you an example of where you use something like Firebase. So have you guys ever used Facebook Messenger chat, or maybe Instagram Messenger chat, or maybe WhatsApp chat, or maybe you send messages with iOS? And you know, when you're typing, the other person can already start to see those blue bubbles coming up and they can see you typing. Or somebody sends you a message on Messenger and it says, Daniel is typing ...
Yeah.
And then as soon as they send you the message, you see it right away without having to refresh, without having to do anything. Firebase.
Yes.
Okay, that's an example, a perfect example of where you can use Firebase. Another great example is if you build something like Slack.
Mhm.
You can use Firebase for a real-time database where things can update without needing to refresh. And another bonus with Firebase, go ahead.
Or for example, when you guys build the Amazon clone, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you click add to cart, right? That little cart icon increases the number by 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4. It's real time.
That's true.
Yeah, right there.
Right? So with Firebase, and one added bonus of Firebase is with one click of a button, actually with a few clicks of a button, you can deploy your app online.
Yes.
So that means your app can be on natalia.firebaseapp.com.
Yeah.
Right? So you build your app with a few things, boom, this app is now online and you can share it with your friends and family and they can be like, wow, that's amazing.
And there's one more thing that makes it so special.
I don't know. You know.
Authentication.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you can use
That's true.
Firebase to create Google sign-in, Facebook sign-in,
Yeah.
email and password
All of your
sign-in.
social authentication.
Exactly. Look, guys, when we built the Amazon clone, what did we do? It was 2 clicks,
Yeah.
import it, use it, voila, chiki piki.
There we go. So nice, right? So that's amazing, and I'm excited for you guys. And that is super, super valuable. And here's one of our other students, right? Devin, he went through our program. He actually lost his job during COVID, right? During the pandemic. He came in, increased his skills with React, increased his skills with JavaScript, and then boom, he got a job at PayPal, which is fantastic. So give it up for him in the chat. Like, this is freaking amazing.
Beautiful, amazing job, Devin.
Right? So Devin did fantastic. Now, as excited as I am about Devin, I'm also excited about your future as a developer.
Yes.
And I want these wins for you as well, right? And I want you to win. So we just launched something, guys, a couple of months ago, which is mind-blowing and so freaking exciting.
It's insane.
It's so freaking crazy. And I just want to ask you guys, can we share this with you? Because this is going to allow us to share with you something that we launched as helping students, that is helping so many students land amazing jobs, change their careers, change their lives, and it allows us to work directly with you super closely. So we're saying, people saying yes, yes, yes.
Woo,
Hell yes,
beautiful.
Fantastic. All right, guys, thank you for that. And we have launched Full Stack Mastery Coding Bootcamp. Boom. There we go. We got the music coming in hot. I like it. Man, this is so exciting. We are so happy to share this with you guys. And thank you guys for allowing us the chance to share this with you guys. And I hope you guys are also a fan of Thanos or Avengers. Some of you probably are. And this is Full Stack Mastery, okay? And what it is this. Full Stack Mastery is a remote 6-month online coding bootcamp designed to help you land a job as a full stack developer.
Yeah.
That's the one and only goal of this program.
Yes. It is where we take you, students like you, from zero. We handhold you for 6 months.
Yep.
Give you the guidance, the support you need to become a full stack developer and land your job.
That's right. And this is what we're super excited about. Another cool thing about this is whether you have a job currently or you don't, unlike other coding boot camps, they ask you to quit your job. We don't. Okay.
No.
So we're like, hey, even if you have a full-time job, you're able to actually join this program. And in fact, 80% of our students that are inside of this program have full-time jobs that are participating in this.
Yeah, because you understand that you have to support your family, you have to support yourself, right? So you cannot just give up your job and just completely do something else, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you can't. So as a visual, I'm going to repeat what I showed you earlier, but this is what this program effectively does. Okay, so check this out. These 5 key skills that we've talked about, what this program does is it takes them and boom, makes you a full stack developer.
Voila! Look at that, and you become not. I was gonna say Thanos, but you've got the power in your hands.
Yeah, you have the power of Thanos, but less evil. Okay, more for good. Okay, that's the main idea behind that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's what that is. And we have students like Ingrid as well who've had amazing results with our programs. And depending on everybody's goal, there are different ways you can make an income. So I just like to share this so you guys have some more ideas of how you can make income as well. So what she did actually is she learned these skills and she started teaching coding to people online. And she started making income by just teaching her front-end skills. Okay. So that's definitely a possibility for you as well. And we're going to be bringing on somebody who's absolutely amazing, who's went through our program, and we're excited to bring him on. He's going to be coming on soon.
Melissa initially first.
Melissa is here. Okay. So let me go on to, can we hold off on Melissa just for a little bit?
We'll hold on. Hold on. Go ahead.
Fantastic. Thank you.
All good.
So we're going to go into this and what this boot camp is in a little bit, but we're first going to bring on some guests. Okay. And we're going to have them speak about their experience with our programs and what they've gotten out of it. Okay. And their stories mostly are inspiring. So whether you join or not, what's important is I want you to hear these stories because I want you to feel inspired and I want you to know what's possible for you. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just get out of here. Let's go to here and I'm going to stop this video and we can bring Melissa on if she's on here.
Ooh, Melissa.
Hey, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Hello. I'm doing the boot camp and I was in the first cohort. So I'm with the original cast.
The OG.
Yeah. You're looking great, Melissa.
Thanks. We're having a blast in this class. Even I don't know if you found out yesterday that Poor Lim's computer crashed on us. So
really?
we taught ourselves.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And Melissa, we want to know, like, you with your experience in this program, right? Joining this coding boot camp and being a part of this so far, what has your experience been like? And, you know, just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I came into the regular Clever programmer with no experience at all. None.
Yeah.
Like could barely even video edit. So then I joined the boot camp. Oh, wait, I'm echoing. Sorry. Okay. And that has helped me a ton. But yeah, I have needed some hand holding. They do hold your hand.
Are you getting better at problem solving?
I am much better at problem solving.
Nice. That's the one thing I'm happy for. I'm happy for that.
I remember.
Yeah, I was terrible at that, and I get frustrated like really easy. Naz knows.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot better, and I'm learning a lot more than I thought it would. But yeah, the algorithm things is kicking my butt, but we're getting there.
That's absolutely amazing. And what we're going to do now, guys, is we want to now open up the opportunity for you right now for you to be able to book a call with us and talk to us about this program. So there's going to be a button right below this video that should come up if you're on Crowdcast or if you're on YouTube, it'll come up there. Okay. And you can go ahead and actually schedule a strategy session with us where we just discover goals and just see if this program is a good fit for you or not. Okay. Yeah. And Melissa, let me know what, like for you, is this a program that you would recommend to somebody else who's thinking about it maybe on here right now?
Definitely, especially if you're kind of a beginner or even more, but even for a beginner, like somebody like me, it was very helpful. Especially because you guys break everything down like you're explaining it to like a high schooler. Like it's broken down, you know what you're doing.
Mhm.
You know, like anybody could learn this. I mean, I'm a nanny and a dog trainer.
Yeah.
If I can do it, y'all can do it.
But honestly, you're doing amazing. You keep your energy high the whole time, and you're like I've seen you through your struggles, Melissa. Right? There are times you're like, "No, it's so hard. I can't do this." Right? But you keep going, right?
This will make you cry, but it's worth it.
Yeah, where everybody is tough and the the instructors are tough on you, and tough on most students, right?
Mhm.
But the goal is to make sure that your skills are improving, because
definitely.
at the end of the day, when you leave, it doesn't matter if somebody, like, oh, this person was so nice or whatever. You can't take that and you can't put that on your resume. My instructor was really nice. You can't have that in your portfolio and have it land you a job, right? But those skills that you take.
Sorry.
No,
I'll say this. So I did another boot camp. Like I attempted another boot camp.
Yeah.
And I think it was pre-recorded because I didn't feel like I was getting anything out of it.
Yeah.
So this is just something that happened to us. Like 4 of us kind of fell behind a little bit on a project. We were just struggling. We couldn't figure out a piece of this code. It was just not working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lim, he's another one of our teachers, immediately, like within 20 minutes, had us on Zoom in like a study session, figuring it out. Like, why couldn't we get this piece of code working? What was wrong with it?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. The dogs are going to start barking.
All good. All good. Thank you for jumping on. And by the way, if you are on this webinar right now and you're even mildly curious about this, guys, go ahead and book that call. Okay.
Yes.
And let me know in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Done. Okay.
Yes.
If you've done it, drop it done. And even drop a little emoji in there. Just pick your favorite choice of emoji.
Now, guys, for those of you guys, that's cute. That's so cute. For those of you who are on YouTube, by the way,
that's so cute.
For those of you who are on YouTube, the link is down the description below to book a call. Okay.
Wait, what is that dog?
This is a German Shepherd, and he's
a baby. He's a little baby.
It's very cute. Oh my gosh.
He's gonna be big, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 80 pounds.
He's so cute. If you come to California, can you please bring him?
He's not mine. I train other people's dogs.
Oh my God,
so
that is
cute.
adorable. That is so cute.
She's had some really cute dogs.
So we have Thomas that booked. That's fantastic. Yeah, Daniel Gallo and guys, the call does not cost you anything to book.
Yes.
And on this call, we're gonna map out a game plan personally for you. So right now, we gave you a general roadmap for becoming a developer. But when we're on a call with you, we can give you something very personalized. And on this call, we're going to talk about your sticking points and how you can improve as a developer.
Mhm.
And the third thing we're going to talk about is whether this program, if you're a good fit for it, and if this program is a good fit for you. Okay. And if it is, we'll talk to you about how you can join it. That's it. It's
And
very
of
simple.
course, yeah, we'll figure out if you're a good fit, right? If you're ready for something like this, because of course, this is not for everybody, and nor does everybody get in, unfortunately.
Right.
So it's a intensive program, it's an exclusive program, and so we want to make sure that you're the right fit.
And keep in mind, it's a
like this.
6-month-long program.
Yes.
Right? It's a 6-month-long coding boot camp. So Melissa, thank you so much for jumping on. I love your energy. Thank you so much. Okay.
All right. See y'all later.
Bye, Melissa. Thank you.
She's so excited.
Yeah.
Yo, Trey, what's going on?
What's up,
bro?
Trey?
What up, man? How
We
y'all
got Trey Trizzy on here with us. I went so crazy when I found out. I was like, wait, his name is Roy or his name is Trey? I'm so confused. But because you're Roy White III, you're like, screw that. I'm just going to go with Trey.
Yes, sir.
I love it. I love it. So tell us a little bit about like what you were doing before you joined this boot camp.
Well, I was already a member of the Profit with JavaScript and going through that, and I've just been wanting to work on my website and everything. And I actually got a call from Frankie, and he was like, "Hey, I saw you were, looking for this and that. We got something coming up that I think you'd be a really good fit for." And we talked about it, scheduled it, It was going to be with Nas, I think, but then it ended up, I think he was busy, so I got one with Daniel. And got on the call, went through everything, and I was kind of hesitant at first because I was like, man, it's a big step for me.
Yeah.
But it's like they say, it's more of something I wanted to do for my family and myself and my career. So it's more of an investment, and that's exactly how this is working right now. It's like even I'm only in 2 weeks into it, and it's like reignited my passion for coding.
That's amazing. That is so awesome.
That's really good to hear, man.
The way the syllabus is laid out and how you see what's coming and just the homework that you get, it's fun. Like especially the Scratch one is really fun. It's hard, but it's fun, and it just makes you get that logical thinking again, and but in a fun way. So yeah, definitely one of my best investments so far.
That's amazing.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Trey, for your vote of confidence, and also that you're enjoying the program. That makes me really happy. I saw you in the program. You were dancing. You got some nice dance moves. That surprised me.
And he
another fun part, dancing.
Yeah, I heard your freestyle rapping as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's like coding skills are going up, dancing skills are going up. I mean, to me, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then Trey, like, would you recommend, because I know at some point you were also hesitant and you were also thinking, so what would you tell somebody who's considering it and they're like, what would you tell them? Would you recommend this program to them?
So I was very hesitant just because, my job situation with all the COVID crap going on, I was like, I don't know, it's a big investment, but, after talking with Daniel and everybody and just my wife, I looked at it this way. I'm like, 6 months down the road, if I didn't take this course and I'm still doing the same thing that I'm doing now, and I just missed a big opportunity where I could be where I'm going to be in 6 months, having this knowledge behind me, the confidence, the coding, and being able to, they do mock interviews at the end. So you're going to be prepared and ready to take on, any job right away. So I'm excited about that.
Fantastic.
That's
Thank
amazing.
you so much, Trey. I love that. I appreciate that. And guys, if you're interested, go ahead, click that link below, book the call, and one of us will speak with you, whether it'll be me, it'll be Nas, or somebody from the team. Okay. And we'll sit down and make a plan with you.
And
you
Trey,
guys won't regret it.
and Trey, would you recommend someone to join a boot camp like this?
Hell yeah. Like all the other boot camps, like I get ads and, emails and everything. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that when I can do it myself, online, because there's so many YouTubes and videos. But this structure and, just 2 weeks, I'm already hooked.
Wow,
Nice.
that's amazing.
Amazing, Trey. Well, thank you so much for jumping on and sharing that.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Take care, Trey.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Now, before we go on further, I just want to share more about the bootcamp
Yes, let's do
and
it.
what the curriculum and everything looks like. Okay. And then we'll bring on some other guests that we have prepared for you. Okay. So let me actually share this with you guys. Let's go right here. And hopefully you guys can see this screen. So this is what the structure of this program looks like, guys. Most boot camps, right? What happens is month 3 to 4, you go into front end, you learn back end, and you put some projects on your portfolio. Now, let me ask you a question. Say because you have fancy projects on your portfolio and I'm a recruiter and it catches my eye and I bring you in for an interview. I brought you in because of your fancy projects. But now I start asking you, how does a linked list work? Well, how does stacks and queues work? Can you write me a recursive Fibonacci sequence? Can you make a Google search algorithm from scratch? What happens then? Do you get the job? Yes or no?
If you don't know, unfortunately, you won't.
That's the problem, right? So most of the times what happens is you might not know and you won't get that job. So that technical interview that you couldn't pass, what did it cost you? Whatever that job was going to pay you.
70,000, 80,000, 90,000, and so forth.
So this is the single reason, right? And the reason why you failed was because you lacked data structures and algorithms. This is why the first 1 to 2 months are purely focused on data structures and algorithms. Does that make sense? And problem solving. Because let me tell you something, if you don't get this part right, there's no point moving forward because you're building a really weak foundation.
And think about it, it's like building a house, man, right?
Yeah.
Like, for example, guys, when you build a house, right, do you want to have a weak foundation or a strong one? Like, what kind of a building can you build on a flimsy foundation?
Yep. And even Stefan and everybody saying, no, Stefan says you would get KO'd. Natalia says, nope.
No.
That's the problem, right? You have this flimsy foundation and you try to build a building or a skyscraper on top of it. You'll fall and it'll break and it'll crash. So the first 1 to 2 months of our program are generally the most difficult.
Yes.
Okay. For most students.
Yes.
But this is where we get the hardest part out of the way and we get you these skills that are dangerous enough.
It's where you have all these neurons in your brain that kind of, I'm not kidding, like they come together because at the end of the day, your problem solving skills come from all these connections, right?
Yeah.
It's you being able to connect this data structure and this data structure and being able to understand this problem and this problem. And now you have these connections that allow you to solve pretty much any problem that comes at you.
Right.
That's it. That's how it works, guys, right? That comes with any learning or any teaching, no matter what you're doing, right? Medicine, whatever it might be, you got to learn those fundamentals first.
Absolutely. Get those fundamentals dialed in, okay? Very, very important. That's what we focus on in the first 1 to 2 months. Month 3 and 4, what we focus on primarily is giving you the front end and back end skills. So what does that look like? Front end, we have you master JavaScript, React, Redux, state management tools that we talked about earlier. That's your front end skills. You need to know these. Back end, we have you master things like MongoDB, MySQL, Firebase, Express, Node.js, all the back end stuff that as a modern full stack developer, you need to know. Okay. The hottest things, right? We teach you all of those in here.
Yeah. Firebase
how to work with APIs.
Yes. And Firebase, of course, is included in that as well. So that includes things like Node.js, MongoDB, MySQL, PostgreSQL, right? Express, right? Firebase, of course. So all those technical skills, those important ones that you need to learn. And again, we'll go into the foundations of them as well. Like, how does an API work?
Yeah.
What is an API? Like, how does it work on the actual server side level, right? Not just like, hey guys, create an API, boom, 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 voila, right? No.
Yes.
No, it's actually, what are the protocol you use, right?
Yep.
Things like that.
Exactly. That's fantastic. So those are all the things you're going to need to learn. We teach you all of those, okay? And then month 5 and 6, what we focus on is one of the things we do is called the capstone project. And how that works is we're going to go and partner up with a real company. For example, let's just take, like, we partner up with Bank of America. Okay. Now they're going to have a project that they need done. We're going to ask them, hey, give us that project that you need done. We're going to give that project over to you. And we're going to put maybe 2 or 3 other students in a group with you.
Yes.
Now you are going to be working directly with Bank of America, making that application.
Working on that project with a team.
With the team.
Yes.
So it's not a fake mock scenario. It's not a makeshift type of thing. It's a real thing that you're actually doing and real clients you're working with. What this allows us to do is when we have you go to a job interview tomorrow, you know that big chicken or the egg problem that you get into as a developer when you do your first job? You go there and because you're going to be your first job, you have no experience, but they go, hey, you don't have any experience, so you can't join.
So like, how do I get a job if I don't have experience, but they want experience? So it's like it's a circle. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. So does that make sense? We give you that experience up front. So now you can actually say you've worked with Bank of America, for example.
Yeah.
All right. And go to that job interview with experience. That's how we solve that problem.
Yeah. And you can put that on your portfolio, right? On your GitHub, everything that's going to show that you worked with them. And that's going to be like, so the next time that you actually go into for a job interview, they're like, oh, cool. You actually worked with a real company.
That's right.
You actually built a real project.
Yeah.
You know, not a to-do list app.
So that's what happens in the capstone project. That's why this is so vital.
Yes.
And then the last thing we work on is practicing interviews. Okay. Now write this down. There's 2 parts to any interview. Part 1 is technical interview. Do you guys know what part 2 is? Part 2 is behavioral interview.
Yeah.
Okay. There are 2 parts. So technical interview, I might ask you, what's prop drilling in React.js? Can you explain that to me? You know, what's How do you solve this particular problem? That's technical. Now, if I ask you behavioral questions like, how would your friends describe you? Or describe to me a time where you failed at something or you were embarrassed by your boss in something. There's actual ways to answer this question. Answer them wrong and you don't get the job. Answer them right and now you move on to the next phase. We teach you both of those things and we train you for them with mock interviews.
So we help you master those skills, right? The soft skills. We help you master the communication skills you need.
Yes.
Right? For example, the leadership skills, right? To be able to actually lead a team. The project management skills as well.
Yes.
So you should be able to work on a project and actually be of a leader aspect to it. And knowing how to manage a project is very, very important, right? So communication skills, team skills, project management skills, that triangle, that is a perfect combo.
Yep. So this is the actual 6-month curriculum. This is what this looks like. Okay. So if this is something that's exciting to you, you can see this vision and you're like, hey, this is something awesome. What I want you to do is click that button and book that call. Okay. As soon as you do, make sure to drop in the comments below.
Right now.
Just book the call or done. Let us know that once you're done. Okay.
And let us know in the comments, guys, who would love to be part of this? Like say me, they say I do. Who would love to be part of this amazing boot camp?
Would you enjoy a boot camp like this and being a part of a family?
Where you learn the fundamentals, you have a crazy community, right? You actually have fun, you get challenged, you cry, you laugh, you dance.
First 2 months, you'll definitely cry and then you'll dance. Okay.
Natalia says me. Wait, what was it? No, Maylin says Nia.
We have John says that I really do want to be a part of it. Fantastic. Wow. James, Denise Nelson.
Yes.
I'd love to be a part of this. Fantastic. Already booked my call for tonight.
Beautiful.
Got it.
Nice.
So now here's one of our other students, right? Frank. Now he landed a job at a company called Sonos. And he landed a 1-year contract for $170,000 a year. How many of you here would enjoy getting a contract for $170,000 for 1 year?
Woo!
And let me explain to you what he did to be able to do that. Do you guys remember back when I was explaining to you how you can potentially be on a path to making over $150,000 as a React developer? Do you remember I talked about something called React Native? What Frank did is he learned the React skills and then he added in his skill set, he added the skill set of React Native. Okay. Once he added that with the experience he already had, he was able to get a contract by Sonos and he's working on their mobile app. Okay. And I don't know if he's already published it yet, but he's working on it. And Sonos, if you guys don't know, is like a speaker company, kind of like Bose is. Okay. And it's their competitor.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is fantastic. People are like, yes, me, I would not mind at all. Please.
Yeah. Fantastic. He actually came to us and he actually showed us the project, which is insane.
Oh yeah. He sat in this exact seat. Yeah. So here's the thing. Okay. If this is something you're interested in and these are the type of results you want to get, here's something important we need to address right now before we move forward. Okay. Let's talk about who Full Stack Mastery Bootcamp is actually for. Number one, you're not scared of hard work.
This is very important.
Okay. We want to make sure that you're somebody who is not scared of hard work.
And as you answer these questions, yes or no, I want you to put that in the chat, guys.
Yeah, put it in the chat. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, so if you're not scared of hard work, what makes you say that?
Yeah, just say, I'm not scared of hard work. Just say that.
Yeah,
me, right
sure.
there.
If that describes you, let us know because we want to see who's a good fit for this program potentially and who's not a good fit. Okay. Yeah. Second important thing, you need to be willing to put in 20 to 40 hours per week. This is a hard program. Most of the students, 70 to 80% of the applications we reject and we turn down. If you can't put in at least 20 to 40 hours a week, you're not going to succeed.
Yes.
And why do we want students that succeed? I'll tell you why in a very transparent and honest way. Number one, of course, you get the results. So you're like, this is awesome. You're so happy, right?
That's amazing.
Now, what's in it for us? If you get a job at PayPal, do you think it makes us look good? If you get a job at Google tomorrow, do you think it makes us look good? So there's a direct benefit to us. So we want students who are likely to succeed, and students who can't put in 20 to 40 hours a week, those are not good students. Okay. Can you at least put 20 to 40 hours a week? Let me know in the comments.
Yes, we can.
Now, I want you to be somebody who's resourceful. All right. So that means like you are able to figure out answers to problems without always having to ask for it. Okay. That means you're also looking up things on Google. You're also looking up things on Stack Overflow. You're becoming creative and resourceful. Okay. You understand that you need to invest in yourself to succeed. Okay. So if you've invested in coding programs, even if it's on Udemy or wherever, that's an example of investing in yourself. If you went to college, that's an example of investing in yourself to improve your chances at being successful.
Yeah. If you got the mindset of like, oh no, I can only do it by myself, full by myself. It's only me. You're not a good fit, unfortunately.
Yep. So that's important to understand. Okay. We don't do magic. What we do is we just accelerate that process. Okay. A 5-year process, we accelerate it in 6 to 10 months. And the way we do that is we make you work like you're doing 5 years of work in 6 to 10 months. And by giving you the guidance, so you're less likely to fail and way more likely to succeed. Okay. And a couple of things I want you to keep in mind. Technical coding skills are hard to master and they can take sometimes years. All right. So make sure you come in with a beginner's mind, because if you are somebody who acts like a know-it-all, Nas can't teach you anything new.
No,
I can't teach you anything new. Your peers and other instructors in the program can teach anything new. So could you please promise me right here, right now, that if we extended the invitation for you to enroll, you'd be somebody who comes in with a beginner's mind, okay? And you'd be somebody who comes in like looking to learn and add value to the program?
Yeah, it's basically someone who's like open to be taught, right? If you're someone who's like, oh no, I got this, I know, I'm a know-it-all, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to teach me, right? If you're like, if you keep telling me, no, we got to learn this or we got to learn this. No, we know the path. We are the teachers here, right?
Yes.
And we are here to teach you. So you want to come here with an open mind. And even when we go in to teach you, we also come with an open mind, because a lot of times I learn a lot from my students.
Yes.
Some things that I didn't even know.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
So leave your egos out the door. This community is like a family, okay? Scott says he's invested $13,000 into himself. People are saying they've invested into Udemy courses. They've invested into this, that. Those are all great examples of you investing, okay?
Good.
And here's something. Now, I want to be able to paint this picture and be like, this is perfect. Everybody just wins and it's all beautiful and so
sunshine
crazy.
and rainbows.
Sunshine and rainbows. And it's like, but here's the actual truth, okay? I would be happy if you get these results before 6 months. And we have students that have gotten results in as little as 3 months. We're going to bring them on. Okay. We have a student right now that got results in 2 months.
Yes.
And he went from a $20K a year job doing Postmates delivery to potentially getting a job that's making over $70,000 a year, full stack developer. And it's going to be his first job as a developer.
Yes.
We're going to bring him on later. But even with that said, I want to set realistic expectations for you. Is that okay? Is that fair? Okay. If you think that's fair, then I'm going to go ahead and set some realistic expectations. I want you to, if you can come into this program in your mind, I want you to keep in mind that it's a 6 to 10 month window that you're looking at.
Yeah.
Okay. You might succeed exactly in 6 months and get that job, or in 10 months, but that's what the window is looking like. So for example, if you joined right now, and this is March, by September or October, it's very realistic. You could be looking at a job opportunity. Okay. Or by January and February. So how does that sound for you? If you were potentially, you had job offers by October or by next January, that's something you have to be realistic about. Okay. That's the window I want you to look at. Now, how does that sound for people? I have great mentors. Awesome. Lucky man. Yeah. We're going to bring that person on. That's going to be fantastic. I think we can bring on if he wants to jump on. Do you want to jump on?
Let's bring on.
What's up, guys?
What's up, on?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing amazing.
Nice to see you, bro.
How's the webinar going?
It's going fantastic.
Doing your thing. Yeah, I see.
We're enjoying it, man. We're having fun. I think people want to learn about you. Your story was inspirational to me and Nas.
Yes.
Your story can, I think, inspire a lot of people, give them hope, give them value. But just tell me a little bit like what you were doing before this boot camp.
Oh, before this boot camp, I was actually in another boot camp in the University of Washington. We did 6 months part-time, so we met 3 times a week, and I thought I had it down. So I thought I was doing good. I code every day. I thought I was doing something right. It's just some of the times the instructors would say something I wouldn't agree with their teaching method, but hey, I'm new. I'm not going to say anything. So after the 6 months happened, I got an interview from the school from Microsoft and Expedia. So going into those interviews, they start asking me the soft skills first was the first one. So I was like, I'm going to nail the next interview. So the next interview, I was thinking, hey, I'm going to come in and probably build them an app in less than, 45 to an hour, depending on the time frame. They asked me recursion function. They asked me a double linked list. They asked me a bunch of, like, I haven't even heard of this before. Like, we didn't get taught data structures. And then the most embarrassing part is the person that was interviewing me is like, where did you learn how to code? And go get your money back.
Wow.
Yeah.
He said that?
Was the most, yeah. Because they looked into my resume and said that, University of Washington coding boot camp. And she said, you should go get your money back because they didn't teach you what you should.
Wow.
So that was the most embarrassing part of anything. So I was like, hey, I don't even want to code anymore. I had a terrible time in boot camp. Everyone was like lone wolves. No one wanted to study. Everything was done. I met a few good people and we still talk to this day, but it wasn't a good thing. So I wanted to quit. I was like, I'm just going to go work at Boeing, fix airplanes, or I don't know, deliver food, or, Amazon or something like that. Something just, get by. And then I came across you guys and it was like, it instantly it clicked. Cause I was like, I'm gonna give this another chance. Because you guys had a 5-day workshop. It's like, I'm just gonna go in there, build an Amazon clone, maybe seeing a different perspective of instructors might change my mind. You two were like the most amazing instructors for those 3 days. For 8 hours a day, that was the most fun I ever had. There was dancing. I think some people cried. We had homework. Like I never seen homework like that before. And then he had like the Amazon clone, and then we also had a portfolio that you helped us make. And I used that portfolio for my interview. So Introduced was Full Mastery Bootcamp, but at the time it was called Clever Programmer. Yeah. And then I was like, at first I was like, I'm not trying to do another bootcamp. I had $17 to my name. I did not want to do another bootcamp. It's just, but talking to Daniel, talking to Frankie, I still didn't have the money to put down, but Frankie was the one who was like, hey, I'll give you a week. Yeah. Figure it out. And it was easy. I took, like, my pride is I don't like borrowing money. I borrowed my brother half just to do direct deposit or the down payment. And then from there on, 2 months in, not even 2 months in, a month in, I was already like, I'm not going to apply for jobs at all until I get JavaScript down. I'm not going to do it. Jesse and Nas was like, you better fucking do it. Do it. What's the worst thing they're going to say is no. So instead of that, Nas also said, hey, sometimes you should do stuff for free. Just get your name out there, get your portfolio, get your experience up. Just get that quality of being a,
And I want to ask you a question. Yeah. What was it that day that you told me that made me cry and Frankie cry? And you told me that you were driving around with your puppies in your car and you were crying.
Okay. So I went in for for an interview. Not really an interview, but they wanted to see me because I've been in meetings with them. And they offered me a $70K job.
Wow.
And then at the time, it didn't really click in. I have a button up. I'm wearing my boxers because, they can't see the bottom.
By the way, guys, root for on in the comments.
Let's go on, guys. Give it up for on in the comments.
So after I put on pants and decided to get in the car and grab my dogs, of course, I'm not trying to leave them at home in a kennel. Yeah. I sat in my car for 10 minutes.
Wait, hold on. You got this job offer with no pants on?
No pants on. I'm gonna tell my kids that one day.
Welcome to the world of pandemic and Zoom.
I know.
Yeah. And then I was in my car. I was trying to text Nas. I was trying to call Nas, but he didn't want to pick up. I tried to call Frankie, left me on red, and then I hit up Daniel on Instagram. No reply for like hours. I was like, I'm just gonna drive around. So I drove around for like an hour or two, and then Kazi and Frankie called me, and I was still like somewhat crying, but I was just crying the whole time, just driving around West Seattle, just around Seattle, and like thank God there's windows were tinted, so they can't really see my face. But whoever would like look in their back window, I was on the steering wheel like this, just trying to hold it in. It's it was an amazing feeling because the place that I got hired at is a place that I wanted to work for like I wanted to work since 2019, and I put a goal out there, and I used to make macarons for a living, which is fun sometimes, creative, and it's it's good money, but it's not something I want to do for the rest of my life.
Fantastic. This makes me so freaking happy. Okay, and one of the things I want to say, guys, is this is such an incredible result. It makes me so happy. And what we're doing right now, okay, is for those of you who are serious, who are like, hey, I'm already like I want to join this boot camp, and you want to be one of the first people we speak to about this opportunity, we have put the button below, okay, and you can just put a deposit down of a $500 deposit. Okay, what that does is allows us to see you're serious, and we can get you started in this boot camp shortly. The investment, of course, is bigger than that deposit, but what that allows you to do is lock in your spot, get on a call with us. Okay, and this is a refundable deposit, so there's no risk to you really. Okay, so click that button below if you're like, hey, I'm serious and I want to get these results and I want to take my career to the next level. Because An had to do that at some point, right? And even for you, An, you were like, man, I was like on the fence, and Frankie was talking to me, but that turned into a massive opportunity for you.
Yeah, the fact that I went from making what $22,000 a year to now I have a chance to make over $70K per year in less than 3 months. You guys might as well just get that seat.
Dang.
There's only 15 seats or 15, 16 seats, so you guys have to do it. But
wow.
There's not that much opportunity.
The crazy thing for me is like when you first came to the boot camp, right? You told me that, you know what, after that, your first experience at the University of Washington or something, you're like, you want to quit. You want to go back to doing bowling, or you want to doing like back to Postmates or doing post office, right?
Yeah.
And you just start hate coding. Like, what happened that you started to love coding again, or that you saw potential again?
You.
Oh, wow.
Most of you. It was you, Jesse, Lim, the team. Like the fact that it would be like a random Tuesday and then you would like hit me up like, hey, how you doing? How's coding? You having fun? And then just the fact that you're always engaging with students kept us on on track. For instructors, once you give them money, I'll see you at the end of the quarter, I'll grade you, you're out. Yeah. But for you, is besides that, you like let us know like, hey, you're here for us. Wow. That's the most important part. And if you don't get it, the team, the students make sure that you get it, and then we move on to the next one. So it's you, the boot camp that the best cohort that we're in January. In there. Freshmen. But yeah.
The freshmen.
Yeah. It's just imagine like the fact like a couple months ago when I joined PWJ, I was still iffy. I was still like, hey, I don't even have time to code. I was getting into like I had to do Postmates. I wasn't gonna get my job back. Like, what am I gonna do? And then I guess my brother told me, it's like, hey, if no one's gonna believe in you and don't have like the reason to not do this boot camp is money, I'll pay for it. Wow. Just do it. And then within 2.5 months, about 3 months, I paid him back everything plus interest.
Damn.
My brother, yeah.
Your brother made a profit.
Yeah.
So your brother profit with JavaScript.
He made a profit. I had to detail his truck. I had to like wash his car. A bunch of other things I promised him. Yeah, but yeah.
That's an amazing brother. That's fantastic. Guillermo asks, what's the difference between full stack bootcamp and profit with JavaScript? Okay. And how would you describe that, Naz? What's the difference?
I mean, one simple way to describe it is this is for those people who are willing to put in a lot of effort to just land a job and to actually become a developer, right?
Yeah. So the main thing here, right, is you get our entire team dedicated to working with you for a 6 to 10 month period until you get a job. That is the only goal of this program. With Profit with JavaScript, it's a self-paced course. It's a video course. It's fantastic, but it's still self-paced. Okay.
With this, we basically handhold you the whole time, right? Just kind of how An said, we're there the whole time. We ask you questions. We're like, you think you're going this way? you're going this way, right? If you're having a problem, we are there. If you have an issue, we are there. So it's basically like a university, right? So you go to university and you go to class and so forth, and you have homework and you have to finish the homework and you have tests. It's the same situation here, right? This is, you have 4 coaching calls, and we'll talk about what you get when this bootcamp later on in a second here. But it's the 4 coaching calls, right, per week, right?
Yes.
4 coaching calls, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 coaching calls per week with the best coaches that there are, right? And you got the mentorship between me, between the coaches themselves.
Absolutely.
Right? So it's like that bond of like, you just won't let go. We won't let you go.
Yep.
It's as simple as that. The South Pace, there's no South Pace. You have to be on there. You have to be on there.
Aaron says done. Wow, fantastic. So if you guys are if you guys are serious, go ahead and click that button below. And would you recommend for people who are on this to just book put down a deposit so they can get on a call with us?
Yeah, no hesitation. If you tell me to do it again, I'll pay another $500 just for fun.
And then there's one question. John asked Nas, "Are you going to dance with us in the bootcamp? Do we dance in the bootcamp? Yes or no?"
Yes. Yes. Be prepared for his water bottles. That's all I gotta say. There's like 30 water bottles in his room.
Every class. Well, thank you so much for jumping on, brother. We appreciate you. That's an amazing story.
Thank you guys for everything.
Got it, bro. Take care. Bye. So that's fantastic. I think I'm gonna just share the last couple of important things that I want you guys to all know. We're considering joining this coding bootcamp and this amazing Lord of the Rings journey with us, okay? Because the journey doesn't end here, guys. You know, the journey is freaking this is the fellowship of the full stack. All right, we are gonna go to fucking Mordor together. All right, that's that job, the actual Eye of Mordor. Now, here's what you get in the program. Okay, you're gonna get 4 coaching calls per week. So tons and tons of hands-on trainings, which you're gonna get. You're going to get one-on-one mentorship. So if you're stuck on certain things, we have people that can actually be there and help you, and we can schedule one-on-one calls with you to help you get through those sticking points. We have partnered up with companies like Premier that allow us to give you access to exclusive job opportunities. So what that means is these opportunities, you won't find them on Indeed.com or Monster.com.
Nope.
And what this allows us to do is take you directly from the coding bootcamp after you master these skills and take you and place you straight into an interview, okay, without you having to go job hunting. Does that make sense? Does that sound good? Does that sound like something that's exciting that you won't have to do this extra work?
Exclusive access, guys, right? Right, where you have the chance to basically apply for hundreds of companies, right? Yeah, we'll hire you.
Absolutely. You get the mock interviews, okay? So we train you in those interviews. Of course, we work on your portfolios and your resume reviews, and we have you build real world projects like Amazon or Airbnb or Hulu from scratch that are mobile responsive. That's what catches those recruiters' eyes and have them come in and work with you, okay? So that's what you get. Take a picture of this so you know exactly what it is that you're getting inside of this program. Now, I have a question for you guys, right? We have a question for you. How much does an average college degree cost?
That's not cheap.
Yeah. So for most people, right, I talk to a lot of you on the phone, and some of you are getting a college degree some people are getting it for $60,000. Some people are getting it for $30,000. And it's not just the total money it costs, but it also costs you 4 years of your life, which is a lot. But let's just say that it costs $40,000, okay? Let's just say it was $40,000. Now, if you paid a college $40,000, and let's just say you got a job making $90,000 a year as a full stack developer, would that be a worth it trade? Yes or no?
Yeah, because like, for example, if you think about this, right, you make what, $60,000 more? Would it be worth a trade to make $60,000 more?
Yeah. Some people might say yes, some people might say no, but the ones I've talked to over the phone, most of you say no because of the time it costs you 4 years. And I can understand that and respect that. But let's say it didn't cost you 4 years. Would that be a worth it deal? And I think a lot of you would say yes. On 40,000, if I'm making 80,000. So even a college degree can potentially be a good deal. Okay. But our program is not 40,000.
This is expensive.
Right? Now, most coding boot camps, how much do they cost? Can you guys let us know? You guys might have heard of a coding bootcamp like Hack Reactor. Some of you might have heard of a coding bootcamp like General Assembly or Coding Dojo. How much do most coding bootcamps cost, guys? Some might cost 25,000 plus, some might cost 10,000, but on average, I believe that, let's see what people are saying. Some people are saying 13,000, some people are saying 30,000, right? On average, they end up costing more than $20,000. But if you got a job as a result of it,
is it worth it?
Still might be worth it.
Heck yeah, right? Especially if you can continue getting that pay for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. Now, here's the good news, okay? Our program is not 20,000, okay? And Full Stack Mastery Bootcamp, of course, it requires an investment of time and money, but it is much more cost effective than traditional coding bootcamps are, okay? But I want you to keep in mind, this is an extremely exclusive program, and we want to make sure that you're actually the right fit for it, all right? So if you guys are serious, you've either booked a call already, and if you haven't booked a call already, now is the opportunity for you to actually book a reservation, a seat reservation, which allows us to actually lock in your spot for this upcoming cohort that we have in April, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and skip through this, okay? Because who?
Hey, let's go, Aaron.
Wow.
Woo. Hi, Aaron. We'll bring you on in a second.
Oh, wow. Let's actually bring her on. That's actually fantastic.
Yeah.
Let me go here.
Hi, Aaron. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Nice to meet you, Aaron. This is so fantastic.
How much does it actually cost?
We're going to share that in the next upcoming slides, okay?
Okay.
We're going to share that in the upcoming slides. But did you already book the reservation, or are you currently considering it?
I just did it. I put 500 down.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah, because I don't think I quite have enough saved.
Okay, we're going to talk about all of this. We're going to figure out what your goals are and if this is a good fit for you or not. Okay.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that on the call and just make sure that we're making the right decision with you and for you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
But I want to know more about why are you wanting to join?
Well, I want to get a job as a web developer.
Nice.
And actually, I found it really fascinating working with React.
Nice.
Really?
It makes a lot more sense. React makes a lot more sense doing than PHP.
Nice.
Yes, I have a class on PHP right now.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's move away from PHP.
How do you like it? How do you like it? I'm just curious.
PHP can be difficult, especially when you work with model view control.
Yes, MVCs.
That's a way to make the code. So one person works on the UI of the website. One person works on the
models,
and one works on all the functions.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So this is exciting. So you already have experience as a developer.
Yeah, I got a degree in accounting back when we were there, and I'm getting a second degree in computer programming, a second associate. So I'm not paying. So it will cost maybe it costs like $2,000 per sem.
Got it, Aaron.
Sir.
This is fantastic. This is exciting. So for you, we're going to talk about what does that roadmap look like, okay?
Yes.
And we'll definitely talk about when is your call booked for?
Did it tell me to book a call?
We're going to reach out to you personally.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to reach out to you personally and we'll get a call scheduled with you, okay?
For those of you guys who put a deposit down, we'll reach out to you personally and we'll get on as soon as possible.
Fantastic.
Basically.
So Aaron, thank you for coming on and look out for a message from us shortly, okay? Especially after this webinar, we'll reach out to you personally, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much for jumping on, Aaron. Take care, okay? Bye. Awesome. So I want to let me see actually. Do we want to bring on more people or
no, let's just go through, yeah.
Okay. So we're just going to go through the rest of this real quick because she had a question about also the program, right? So let me go through this right now. All right. So if you have the call booked, I promise it's going to be one of the most valuable things you do this year. If you don't, that's okay. But keep in mind, The number one thing that differentiates us from every other program out there in the world, it's not because we teach you another technology that somebody else doesn't teach you. It's not because of a framework. It's not because of a library. The main focus and the main differentiator for us is this beautiful word right here, results.
Yes.
That is the only difference in our program compared to any other program. And that's the main thing we focus on.
That's the only thing we're tied to, right? Is what results do you get? If you get results, we're happy, you're happy, everybody's happy.
Right? We had Ingrid come in right here. I'm going to make an arrow on her. Hopefully you guys can see her going from not knowing programming to now making $50,000 a year. We had Frank Ramos come in, who was a developer, and then we helped him get to making $170,000 a year. That's the only thing we focus on. We had On come in doing Postmates, making $20,000 a year to now making $70,000 a year. That's the main focus of the program. Okay. Now, for our program, Full Stack Mastery, our program is not 40,000 like a college degree, and it's not 20,000 like a coding bootcamp. Our program is only 15,000.
Yes, for the 6-month program.
For 6 to 10 months, and our only focus is getting you that dream job that you're after.
Yeah.
Okay. And for most React.js jobs, guys, how much is the average salary? Right? So we're looking to at least get you up to what your goals are.
Yeah. So you're looking at a starting salary of $70,000, $80,000.
I just want to keep saying you're gonna have to put in the work.
Yes, of course.
We're gonna guide you.
It's intensive.
It's hard, right? But those are the goals that are possible.
Yeah.
Okay. And let me tell you guys something. Okay. So let me ask you guys a question. If you paid this amount right now and you got a result that was you're getting the job that you want and getting the results that you want. So let's say you're making $70,000 a year. Would that be worth it? Yes or no? Let me at least know that in the comments,
guys.
Would that be worth it? Okay.
Let's see. Give it a second.
Melissa's like, I love my friends. I love that. Melissa's like, is profit with JavaScript. Fantastic. Okay. So I think for a lot of people, that would still be worth it. And I want to share something and take it even to the next level for you guys. Okay. If you guys do this today and you book this today, okay. And just for you, everybody that's on here,
Natalia says worth it.
It's not
Danny
even
says yes.
God,
Aaron
yes.
says
Natalia
yes.
says would be worth it. Fantastic.
It'd be 300,000,
30,000 more than I would make now.
Holy moly!
So it would be worth it, right? That's
Yes.
fantastic because that means he's making 50K and he wants to get up to 80K, right?
Yes.
Our program for today is only 12.5K.
Only for you guys who are on this webinar right now, on this call right now.
Okay.
Yes.
So isn't that amazing, guys? We're really making sure this is something that you can do. We get better results than almost everybody out there, and we'll continue to do so. But we want to make sure it's something you can join.
So, guys, if 15K is worth it, is 12.5K is worth it? Yes or no?
If you're looking to get the results,
put in the comments, guys. If it is worth it to you, what we want you guys to do is very simple, right? Tell us that you're serious. Tell us that you want to do this, because this is what shows us that you're a good fit for the program, right? People who are serious become best success stories.
That's right.
If you want to become a success story, click the link below. There's put a deposit down of $500, and we'll figure out the solution of what to do next. Now, how can they pay kind of with that?
So here's a great thing, okay? Most people, right, like don't just have so much cash lying around. So what we have done is we've partnered up with companies that allow us to do financing, okay? And we've partnered up with financing companies. So it's possible, and we've seen students start as low as starting at $160 per month. Yeah. This depends, of course, on your annual income and your credit score. Yeah. Okay. But it is possible that you could have a monthly payment that could start at this. Yeah.
Again,
this is a Starbucks coffee every day.
This is literally, that's it. Like, literally, that's it. Like, think about this. You pay $160 per month. You pay it for 6 months. You pay $2,000 in 6 months, right? And then you get a job.
Yes.
Like, that $2,000 just lending you a job, and then you pay off the rest of the loan.
That's it.
It's simple as that, right? But the thing is, like, we don't make financing an issue, guys, right? So what we do, yes, we have people go through financing. We have people who go through installments as well, right?
Yeah.
we work directly with you to figure out what can we do together to make sure that you're on board. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To help you out.
And if it's not a good fit, we just let you know.
Yeah. That's
okay.
it.
And so this is why we make the deposit. It's a refundable deposit. So it's not a risk for you. It just shows us you're serious. We get on a call with you and we figure out a solution.
Yeah.
If it's not a good fit, we let you know this is not a good fit. And if it is, we let you know, hey, let's figure out what is a possible situation for financing that makes it realistic for you to be able to enroll.
Yeah.
And for most people, they're looking at payment terms that are 20 months, 40 months, 60 months, right? That's 3 years, 4 years. And you're making a monthly payment that's much more doable. So does this number seem doable if you wanted to join this program? Yes or no?
Yeah, let us know in the comments below, guys.
Right? So this is why we wanted to give you that opportunity. Yeah. So if you're still here and you're on the fence, let me tell you, this is the best program I've ever released. This is a program I'm most proud of. It is absolutely incredible. Our instructors are there with you every single day. And you're literally getting 3 hours of live training 4 to 5 times a week.
Yes.
That's 12 to 15 hours of training. So imagine what happens to your skills. You have recorded material, like your skills just skyrocket, right? Whether it's JavaScript or Redux or whatever it is, all your skills are just skyrocketing.
Yeah. So guys, go ahead. For those of you who want to put down the deposit, guys, this shows us that you're very serious, right? That means that you're a good fit for the program. Put down the deposit and we'll get in a call with you, of course, right? For those of you who are on YouTube, we have a link down below in the description to go also put down the deposit as well.
Yeah.
But on that, let's go bring us some few students from the current bootcamp. Let's talk with them. Let's talk with Nina, actually.
Fantastic. Oh,
Hi,
nice.
Nina. Wait. No, let me unmute her. Hold on. She's muted. Hold on. Wait. There we go. Hi, Nina. How you doing?
Okay, I'm good. How are you guys?
Fantastic. We're doing great. Nice to see you. So tell us a little bit, Nina, like what were you doing? And just, before learning into coding or even jumping into this field, what were you doing?
Yeah, so I graduated in 2019 with a degree in IT, and then I started working in cybersecurity. That I've always wanted to go into coding. So I was just learning by myself, going to free code camp, Udemy. And then I ran into you guys' YouTube videos and I was like, oh my God, these guys teach like so well. You guys teach so much better than my college teachers and all. So I'm like, wow, this is really cool. And then I joined the React challenge you guys had. And that's when this bootcamp got introduced. And I had a call with Naz and I joined. I'm so happy that I joined. I keep on telling Naz about how happy I am. And I've learned so much. I wouldn't have learned this much if I just kept on doing my Udemy and my free code camp stuff.
And why is that? Why do you think it's different what you're learning here than what you're learning in Udemy?
Well, a lot of things. One is the support I get and the community we have, and then 2 is how well you guys teach, and also the curriculum. You guys have everything really set out well, and it's such a well thought out curriculum that I know that by the time I'm done with this, I'm gonna become a great.
Wait. No.
You guys really focused on the fundamentals.
Yeah.
And the data structres. Like I tried to learn data structures, and it was really difficult for me. I did not understand it, so I was really disappointed in myself that I couldn't get it. And I just thought, I'm not gonna get the data structures or recursion. I'm just gonna ignore that and then do other stuff. But then when I joined here, you guys taught it and you taught it so well. So I was actually able to understand it. And that was like the best moment for me.
That's fantastic. That makes me really happy while she's frozen,
I think there's a lag in my internet.
Yeah, it's
all good.
Sometimes it disconnects, but it comes back. So data structure, it seems like was one of the most important things for you. And now that you're in the program and you're in the part of the cohort, what is it looking like for you now? Do you think after 6 months, you're now going to have opportunity to be able to get a job? Like how has your belief changed?
One is my confidence. I feel so much more confident in that I can do it. Even though, like we're learning React and JS and all the things that you guys said, that if someone comes to me and says, hey, you need to learn TypeScript, then I know that I'm going to be able to pick it up fast. because one, I know how to learn, and I know how you guys teach me how to be resourceful and how to problem.
Oh no,
All
Nina.
right. Sorry, Nina.
It's okay. We have Nate
It's
on
okay.
here. We have Nate on here as well.
Yo, what's up, Nate?
Yo, Nate, how you doing, Nate?
Doing good. I've also been having a lot of internet problems too, but hey.
Wow.
Everybody be having internet problems.
By the way, I just want to say one thing before we continue is some of the students are asking, hey, the monthly, a lot of you guys are asking about payments. We can figure that out. Okay. So if some of you are really having difficulty with the tuition of this program, we do offer scholarships as well. So still take the time to book a seat. All right. Because that locks in the spot and we can speak with you and we can figure out a possible scholarship that you might be eligible for, depending on your situation, right? You might be in a different country. What that looks like is specifically for you. So if that's the only thing that's stopping you, I would say still book the call and speak with us because we can figure something out together.
For sure.
But Nate, thank you so much for jumping on, brother. I appreciate you. Talk to me. What were you doing before and what made you join this program?
Yeah, so I was like a intern for one of the companies of was it Cash Time for loan servicing. And during that time I was like self-learning through Code Project and Pluralsight just to understand and get into the whole software and web development. But eventually I was pointed towards PWJ to really give us, that basic understanding.
How are you pointed towards that?
Oh, my dad, since he is the one actually I'm interning for.
Wow.
He's a software architect, and he pointed me to you guys.
Wow.
And through PWJ, I was able to get through to the boot camp.
Nice.
And so how did you get into the boot camp? Because I remember I was talking with Nate when he wanted to join, and like his parents were like yelling at him. It's like, no, I can't. But then Nate was like, you know what? It is my decision. I want to do this. And he'll go ahead and join. And how do you feel now? Tell me, Nate, after you made that decision, like, how do you feel now about your decision?
Yeah, no regrets. And I feel like I've learned so much in these 3 months than I have in that 1 year. Just like you understand and you know how to problem solve through the curriculum these coaches are giving us, and it's just very, very well done, and it's very human, very genuine in a sense. So
that's amazing. That's amazing.
I love that.
And what do you think differentiates this from like other, like for example, from like doing Udemy or doing like YouTube or anything else? Tell me.
Yeah, it doesn't put you through the ringer, honestly. You got to work hard. You got to keep coding. You got to be called out too. So you need to keep working. You need to be held accountable and all kinds of things that a boot camp can offer, like this place. So it's been so much help just to have you guys be so determined to seeing us be successful. So
yeah,
that's awesome,
man. That's fantastic, Nate. Thank you so much for jumping on, brother. I appreciate you, and keep showing up in those coaching calls, and let's keep getting those skills up.
And last words, what would you recommend someone to join and
yes,
put down
I would.
deposit for the Full Stack Mastery Bootcamp? Yes or no?
Oh, of course. yes, all the way.
The thing that I'm most excited about is 3 to 6 months from now, bringing you on again when you have a job.
Oh yeah, we'll see. Well, it's gonna happen, right?
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited about. Because I love all the skeptical people, but when they see that, they're like, oh no, that's real. So I'm excited about that. Nate, thank you so much for jumping on, bro. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Nate.
Thank you.
James, let's go, James.
James jumped in. That is fantastic. Oh, James, dude, we got the same seat.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
damn. Is that because you're a gamer or are you also a YouTuber?
I'm just a gamer and I do this too. So
what game? Is it League of Legends?
No, I play Diablo.
Nice.
And I just started a new one. What is it called?
Are you competitive? Like, are you like, when I say competitive, like, do you play competitively at a high level or what?
No, I used to, but I've been taking my time learning programming more. So I haven't really been playing many games lately.
Nice.
So Bro, I have a really strong background in like gaming too. I was playing competitively for a lot of games. It's like top 3 in the world for a bunch of games. Actually. Yeah.
No kidding. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks. I was like playing a lot of like real-time strategy games, you know, RTS games. So
Yeah.
that's awesome, man. Excited to hear that. And James, tell me why. Just tell me a little bit about who you are. Like, what are you currently doing?
Well, I went through a boot camp, started a couple of years ago in November, and it took me a year to do. I was working full time. At the end of it, they gave me my certificate and just said, "Well, good luck." Kind of. They gave me a couple practice interviews, but they weren't that good. So I decided to quit my job. Bitcoin made me enough money to have funds to last over a year. So still got house payment to make, but so I'm putting all my time and effort into doing this. And I reached out. Well, I seen your guys' stuff, and so let's just look into it and see what's going on. Maybe I'll do another boot camp. Who knows?
Sick.
That's amazing.
That's absolutely amazing. And I'm curious, what made you make the decision today? Like, you've been, you know, we've been on here live for how long? 1 hour and 45 minutes, but it seems like you recently made the decision. So what made you make the decision to put down the deposit and go like, let's go?
Well, I've already got so much invested into this whole programming thing. You know, I built this office that I'm sitting in right now outside my house to do remote work. And I already paid for one boot camp that, I mean, yeah, I definitely learned a lot, but they didn't help me get a job. And that's what's hurtful.
And then they didn't do their job.
Yeah.
They didn't do their job. It's like going to a dentist and he's like, I'm going to fix your root canal. And he gives you a certificate and your root canal is still fucked up. They did not do their fucking job.
Or it's like, for example, going to a guy to fix your car, you know, and then he's like, yeah, I fixed it, but then they didn't fix your car, you know.
The way it feels.
Yeah. So what do you feel like, you know, why join another boot camp? What do you feel like you'll get different in here than like you got there? Tell me, based on what you've heard.
Well, the end part where you said we're going to work in a group and actually make a real life application for an actual company. That's actual experience. So then when you do apply for a job, yeah, I do have experience. Instead of just going, oh, I just finished boot camp and I code a little bit and, you know, look at my GitHub and see all the projects that I've done. Doesn't seem to impress too many employers.
And how are you in the foundations? I'm curious right now. How are you in the foundations of, you know, in general coding and stuff like that?
Foundation's pretty solid. Exactly what you're teaching is exactly what I've been learning. Some places, you know, like you said, they're all over the place. You're learning this, you're learning that. But I decided myself, I'm going to do React, JavaScript, Redux, and Firestore, and that's all I'm going to do.
Good.
Beautiful. That's awesome. That's
Mastery of the few rather than the knowledge of the many. I love that. Okay, great. So what we're going to stay focused on is we're going to ramp up your skills of like full stack development. Okay. How comfortable do you feel if we're like, hey, sit down from scratch and build projects?
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. So that's the thing that we want to keep ramping up. Okay. We want to make sure that those skills are going up. We want to make sure, how's your portfolio looking like right now?
It's okay. I've got a few projects that I'm proud of, but it's not big yet. It's not like impressive. You know what I mean?
These are all of the things that, you know, it's like a domino. So if you want to get that job, that dream job, it's like domino things. You got to make sure all of them are knocking down all the way until you get that job. So we want to make sure that you have amazing skills. It's one domino. We knock that down. The next one is we want to make sure your portfolio is absolutely amazing. And I want you to be confident about that. We knock that down. Right. And then we come to the next domino, which is going to be your interviewing skills and things like that.
Those are going to be your key ones, right? You said you haven't got the chance to do a lot of mock interviews. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've actually had a couple interviews just by recruiters. They I don't know how to explain it, but they job placement.
Yeah.
So, and I've failed the technical side, and I've done what's it called, where you get to practice code wars. I've done code wars in JavaScript for a while to try to work up those technical skills, and I just haven't had many chances to actually interview. So
I gotcha. Okay.
So what is the main thing you're looking to improve? What's the number one thing that as a result of this program you want to have improved?
More opportunities to try to get a job. Definitely the technical skills, data structures, algorithms.
So then the main things are, let's work on those real world projects, right? Like we partner up with the company.
Working with a team would be amazing by myself.
Working with the team. And then the next thing would be, let's make sure that you have those opportunities. Okay. That's why we've partnered up with companies.
But before that, actually, I think for you is you said you failed on the technical interview portion. We'll have to focus on that portion first. Because before that, that's the thing that you need to pass. Right. So I think focusing on those algorithms and data structures, making sure you have them solid, not just kind of know an overview. Because a lot of people say, oh yeah, I've heard of linked lists. I've heard of stacks or queues or binary search trees. But unfortunately, they just don't know how to actually build themselves. You know what I mean? So we'll actually have to build and actually fully understand the core structure behind it and how to do it.
Okay. Awesome. So James, I'm excited for you. Keep an eye out on your phone. We're going to shoot you a text shortly.
Okay. Thank you.
And then let's jump on a call. Let's figure out a plan, and then let's figure out how to get you started. Okay.
Let's go.
Awesome. I have a question for you. Are you able to start immediately, or are you looking to start our cohort in mid-April?
I'm not working.
Okay. So you'll have two options available. All right. And then Naz or I or one of the people on our team, we're going to speak with you and figure out the rest. Okay. When is the best time for you to start? Okay.
Anytime.
Fantastic. Awesome. Thank you so much for jumping on. And James, last thing, would you recommend somebody who's on the fence to jump in this as well?
Absolutely. You said you're going to get the deposit back. Why not take the chance? Invest in yourself.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Sweet.
Takes money to make money, right?
That's right. You know that because of Bitcoin.
That's right.
We're like the fucking Ethereum of programming. All right. Thank you. Take care.
I'll see you soon, James.
All your time that you've taken to do this too.
Yes, absolutely. You got it. Thank you, James. Take care. All right. Yo, before we bring on Flores, just 1 second, Flores. Thank you for jumping on, but just 1 second, please.
You have
Mailing. Is that your actual name? It's a very cool name,
That's
actually.
a cool name. I like the name.
Mailing Delgado. I love that. So Mailing, she says she just reserved her spot. And Frankie, can we confirm that? Is that true?
Natalia as well. Let's go, Natalia.
Natalia, it's about damn time.
Finally.
You know, I knew me and Nas talked about it too. We're like, what is Natalia doing? Not joining this program. Okay. So fantastic. And don't reject us. We want to bring you on, Natalia. It's okay. Even if right now you don't feel ready, just jump on.
Yeah, just jump on.
I'm going to invite you again.
Yeah.
Invite on screen. Don't reject us. It's heartbreaking. So
rejected.
What? She rejected again? All right, fine.
Natalia.
Okay. All good. So Mailing has reserved your seat. Fantastic. Natalia, reserve your seat. Fantastic. Me or Naz are going to speak to you guys, and we're going to help you figure out the last remaining steps. But let's get you in. Let's get your skills up. And Mailing, great job. Like, I know you were asking, hey, I already booked the call. Should I do this as well? Great. You doing this gives you a guaranteed seat because we're getting booked out like so fast because so many students are joining. So this gives you that seat. Okay. It's okay, Natalia. It's okay if you have to leave. Let's stop bothering her. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We can chat afterwards. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think Mailing is about to join.
Let me see.
She's accepted the call. She said that. But it's just saying accepting
and connecting.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Let's do Fernando. Yeah, for example. Yeah. Fernando. Where's Fernando? Hello? Wait. How you doing, Fernando? We can't hear you, my friend. We can't hear you.
My mic was muted.
Hey,
my bad. How's it going?
How you doing?
Dude, we're doing fantastic, man. Nice to have you here. Dope headsets. And
thank you.
us. What were you doing before you joined this boot camp?
Well, I am a former college dropout. I actually dropped out like 4 years ago. I was kind of wandering, doing odd jobs, this and that. Right now, I'm a pharmacy technician. Absolutely hate the job. I hate it with a passion. I'm telling you, I love the work. Don't get me wrong, but working for a big corporation like CVS, it just kind of sucks the soul.
Dude, the number one thing I did is my friend Tenzin, who started his YouTube channel called What Steph. The number one thing I did is got him to quit working at CVS fucking pharmacy doing
really?
exactly.
I heard I heard that. I think I listened to your story like on your YouTube or whatever. But unfortunately, I cannot quit. But hopefully, after the boot camp is over, we can.
And that's the point of our. That's the point of our boot camp. Then my number one goal is I'm going to make you quit that CVS job and get you a job as a full stack developer. That's what we're going to focus.
Yes, yes.
And you're going to film a video. You're going to put us live on the Zoom call. You're going to go to that job. You're like, I quit. And then,
oh no, I'm gonna do that as soon as I get the job. That's exactly what we're doing.
Let's do it.
We're gonna mic drop the CVS pharmacy. So currently, you're doing a lot of they do a phone call and stuff like that, right? You're a pharmacy technician.
Yeah. So like I type in the scripts and stuff like that. Take calls, things of that nature.
Okay, got it. Fantastic. So that's great. Now tell me, how are you getting a chance to code? Right? Because you're already doing a full-time job. So where are you getting that time from to code?
Get off of work and code. You just gotta sacrifice. I used to like video game hard.
Nice. Like what were you playing?
I play like a lot. Like I'm a huge gamer. League of Legends, Rainbow Six, FPS, RTS, strategy, etc. I do it all.
Have you ever played Command and Conquer General Zero Hour or Red Alert?
No, not that niche. Not that niche.
Not that niche. Yeah. All right. Hey man, I was number 3 in the world for Gears of War.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, you're that good, huh?
Yeah. Have you played Gears of War or no?
Yeah, I played Gears of War before.
So good.
It's so good, yeah.
So now you're taking a little bit less time from playing games, and
yeah,
pretty much not playing games.
Yeah, pretty much not playing. Like I sacrifice like a lot of time just doing.
That's interesting because that's also what James said.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you got to sacrifice some time to give time to something else, right?
Okay. So now tell me, why did you join this boot camp? What made you want to join?
Well, to be honest with you, I actually enrolled in your guys' Profit with JavaScript and Profit with Python. So the two great courses. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't dwelled too deep into it. Like I haven't actually gone out of my way to get invested in the community. But the reason why I joined the boot camp is I actually received a call from one of your guys' team members. Originally I received a call from Frankie a couple of months ago, but I couldn't talk to him at the time because I was at work. And then a few weeks later, I received a call from Ilya. And Ilya was basically explained the same situation. I was working, I didn't really enjoy the job, but I'm still coding on the side, trying to like kind of get to the point where I can quit. And he was like, hey, you sound like a great fit for the boot camp. Like you should come on and join. And it was in that moment I kind of told myself like, I essentially gotta take a risk, this might be a good opportunity for me to dive my head or just kind of dive straight deep into like the programming. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I think you spoke with Jesse.
Jesse.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. And so you took the decision, you jumped into the program, and how's your experience been so far?
It's been good. I actually have a little bit of like I guess right now we're learning the foundations and stuff about like I guess JavaScript and stuff. I already kind of have like a lot of knowledge, a little bit like because I was studying Python for like maybe 5-6 months before I joined the program.
Nice.
So a lot of the foundation stuff is like solid. What you guys are like teaching, it's almost exactly what they taught in like the Coursera course that I took, like kind of even step by step, like building up and stuff like that. So it's been great. The community, I think, is the best aspect of your guys' bootcamp. The community is, from what I heard of, like unheard of. Like it doesn't exist like that well in other boot camps. Like even now, like at 8 p.m., me and a couple of the other cohorts are gonna like get in a call. We're gonna work on like the homework that was given
serious?
to us. Like yeah, for real. Like at 8 p.m., like so 4 hours or I guess 3 hours from now, we're gonna jump in the call. We're gonna like kind of start working on this
Chicago?
stuff.
Where are you?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Got it. Okay. Damn, that is amazing. So for you, the most important and the valuable part for you is the community.
Definitely 100%. Like
why do you think that's important? I'm just curious.
So, I mean, there's only so much you can learn on your own, and sometimes there gets a point where you stunt your own growth because like you're so invested in your own perspective.
Yeah,
you're not kind of looking at like I guess like other avenues. Like sometimes something that you're stuck on, another person can easily explain. They give you like a new perspective. You're like, oh, I never looked at it. I never thought of it that way. Like this is actually. I guess I was like thinking of it. I was looking at it the wrong way and stuff like that. So
yes. Okay. Amazing. And for you right now, what made you switch from Python to this? Is it you just want to be able to get a job as a full stack developer? What is your ultimate goal?
Yes. I essentially like I was looking. Yeah, to be honest, it was just kind of like Python is great and all, like, and I still want to like go back and learn more about it eventually. But like I was more kind of interested in the full stack, potentially getting a developer job, potentially becoming like a freelancer once I have enough experience.
And I'll tell you something, Fernando, like when you master a programming language, what you're mastering is how to think like a software developer. Once you can master that, you can switch languages. I'm sure you've heard me talk about this at some point, but you can switch languages very easily. Like, for example, I mastered Python earlier. For me to pick up JavaScript was a weekend. Like in a weekend, I picked up, of course, there are like weird nuances, like the weird parts of JavaScript, right? That can take you so long to figure out. But the language and being able to build things with it was easy. So if you go down the route of mastering JavaScript and getting that right, you can switch and learn new technologies, new tech stacks easily.
Yeah. I think that's the goal, like pretty much, essentially.
Or even like for me, for example, when I was learning JavaScript, or I knew, for example, JavaScript, I knew Angular, right? For example, right? Like for me, learning React, I got a job without, I got a React.js job without knowing React.js.
Yeah.
Right. So,
oh wow,
because
because
I know those fundamentals so good. Like I told the CEO, I'm like, bro, I don't know React.js. I don't know why you want to hire me. You know what I mean? But here's what I'll tell you: I'll be the best fucking developer you'll have. I just said that. I know my communication style. I know my fundamentals. I'll learn that stuff in literally a week, and that's what I did.
And one thing, I say this to Nas a lot. He's probably one of the best software developers I've ever come across in my entire life.
Oh wow.
And this is actually true. And why I say that is not because like he knows every framework on the planet. It's because he has one of the best problem-solving skills I have ever seen anybody have. I swear to fucking God. It's crazy. I've met so many developers, you know, clever programmer, the whole community is developers. But with him, his problem-solving ability is like just at a whole another level. So every time I would have a session with him, my mind would just be blown. Holy shit, how are you doing this? To this day, when we're building things together, I'm like, how? It's he goes so deep and he will figure it out. It's like having Sherlock Holmes on your side. It's insane. So I'm confident that if he, like, even if tomorrow we picked up a new stack and we're like, yo, this weekend we're just going to build this new tech stack with like Next.js and TypeScript and this, he would be the person I want to roll with to build it. So when you become that person that has problem-solving skills are so fucking jacked, you can pick up new frameworks, new technologies, and you don't have those weird loopholes and you fly.
Yeah.
And most importantly, you don't have that imposter syndrome. You just have confidence at your will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
So like, even though, you know, like, so what I say is even though he's dancing and making it lighthearted, like, dude, really pay attention to this guy because your life is going to change. Like if you pick up those problem-solving skills, you have no limitation of possible job opportunities.
And bro, I see a lot of potential in you. I will just say that. Right?
Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, I honestly do. Because like you come with like in your voice, I already feel a lot of confidence. In your voice, I already feel a lot of drive. And that to me says a lot.
For me, it's very simple.
Yeah.
For me, it's most people who are good at video games, I think they're going to become really successful.
Yeah, and I'm super competitive. I'm sure you were if you were top 3 in the world. I'm sure you were. Yeah, so
just bring that same freaking APM, you know, 100 clicks per minute in your coding, and you're gonna succeed.
So Fernando, tell me really quickly, okay? What would you tell someone who's on the fence, for example, joining a bootcamp like this? Tell me.
Who's on the fence? Well, there comes a time when an opportunity will come knocking on the door, right? And you have 2 choices. You know, you can not choose to open the door and then go about your life wondering if, you know, what if I opened that door, you know, that thing would have changed my life. Or you can just go ahead and just say, you know, screw it. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna open the door, and you know, I'm gonna give it 100% of my work. And to be honest, like this boot camp, I think is exactly that opportunity that comes knocking at your door. This might be like once in a lifetime. You might not ever have another opportunity like this ever again. So, I mean, sometimes you just got to take risk. You got to like put in the time and effort, and you just got to like I said, you just got go forth and just go at it full send.
I love it,
dude. Full send, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Fernando. That was absolutely incredible, brother.
Thank you, Fernando.
And I mean, I don't want you to go down the route of bad habits, but I think on a certain Saturday and a Sunday, we should play some games. I think that would be cool because I haven't played in a long time.
You know what? We should hit me up. Frankie has my contact.
Right now, with the thing I'm addicted to is chess. I'll play bullet games all the time, but like we can play something else. Okay.
Or I can learn chess. I don't know.
Okay.
Fernando, have a good day. Bye-bye. We have Mailing in there too.
Oh, amazing.
Hi, Mailing.
Hi.
How you doing?
I love your smile. You're so excited. I love it.
I'm doing great.
You go by Mailing?
Yeah, that's my name. Well, for real, my mother was spelling it in English, and they registered me in Puerto Rico, and they misspelled it.
And
that was actually a mistake.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But nobody fixed it. I'm not gonna fix it now.
Yeah, I tell everybody too. I was a mistake too, but it's okay, So how do you actually pronounce it?
Mailing.
Okay.
Mailing.
Okay, that makes sense to me. Okay, amazing. Super excited to have you here. And how long ago did you come across us, by the way?
Okay, I just bump into you guys. I'm looking for stuff like, well, I like to do research, right? And I was previously on a boot camp, and before that I did a bachelor's in Puerto Rico. So my background is in network technology and application development. But they taught me to code in Spanish. So everything was very different, and it was a challenge for me. I had to learn how to translate everything up. And right now they don't even touch in Puerto Rico, like over there they don't use Git. Like most of the colleges.
Are you still in Puerto Rico, or are you in US right now?
No, I'm in Florida. I had to relocate because of my health condition.
I see.
But thank God I'm okay.
Nice.
I was in chemo for 3 years. But battling with lymphoma. I got while I was pregnant. I was diagnosed, but I never stopped coding. And I was doing my bachelor's. So I relocated here. I finished my bachelor's, and I decided I like the networking, but I decided to explore more on the coding side. So I got into that other boot camp, and I was learning new stuff, but I still felt incomplete, right? After I finished that boot camp. And I recently graduated, but I felt like I was abandoned.
Really?
So,
wow.
Yeah. So,
that's what a lot of students are having, right? Okay, keep going. I'm listening.
Yeah. So I felt like, well, I need a little bit more of coaching. I need to build more my profile because I have the knowledge.
I'm sorry. So you went to a boot camp and then you got done with it, and now you felt like you were abandoned, right?
Yes, I feel like I was abandoned actually because while I was in the final project, we were a group, and the group, nobody was working equally. So I was doing everything by myself. Everybody got credit for it.
Wow.
And still there were pieces missing of the puzzle. I was asking hey, can you help me maybe in this? I don't like to rely on anybody. I like to do research, look for, for stuff, not be on the tutorial hell or none of that. So I felt like, hey, I don't know. So I was doing some research for a code. I'm building something. So I bumped into you guys, and I was like, oh,
was it on YouTube or what?
So it was on Facebook.
Really?
Facebook, and then I got they sent me to YouTube, and I was like, oh, the coding challenge. Wait, let me try this. This will be great for my portfolio.
Wow.
So there's a lot of stuff. Actually, I haven't even finished the Amazon clone because I've been pausing the video, taking notes, and because there's a lot of information. I like to put everything down and really learn, not just copy and paste. No, I want to learn. Maybe doing my components like I do, like organizing things like how I know how to do it, right?
Yeah.
So I have like a base of knowledge on MySQL and Mongo. I never touched Firebase before, so that was interesting.
That's awesome.
So I was like, that will be great. Like it's easier. So I have some fundamentals, and I was getting into like around May, I will do my master's on information technology.
Wow, there's a lot of things you got going on.
Yeah, and I'm due on June. I'm pregnant.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
thinking,
Congrats.
yeah, thank you.
Amazing.
Wow.
So while taking,
You're doing a lot. You're pregnant, and you're doing a college degree, and you're doing a boot camp,
and you have a baby next to you that was like,
let's go.
Yeah. And I just like literally, it's my second miracle baby because I was taking chemo while I got pregnant. So she survived.
I mean,
It
you're
was
a
a miracle.
warrior.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't give up. Like I just finished the boot camp. I was like, wait,
Data structures and algorithms for you is going to be easy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Easy.
See, I love having people like, the thing is like when people join a boot camp, what I realize is, right, this is like an intensive program, and so it requires a level of strong and and hardship, right? So the people who get into this are strong, they're hard, they're people who are willing to put in the work, right?
Yeah.
And they have this amount of energy just like you do here. And so imagine now this, right? You have these 20 other people who are in your same class who are just like you, who have that same mentality and that same goal.
That energy, that tenacity. And the crazy thing is that there's so much she's gone through and she's smiling and she's happy, right?
Oh yeah.
You have that community. So imagine it's like people like you who are driven like you and are there with you every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Like actually I just fell in love with the program. I never stopped coding. Like I code every day. Like I like to have things perfect. I'm like, oh, this is my baby, this is Anina.
So cute.
That's
Nina?
my first miracle baby. Yeah, Nina.
Oh wow. We also have a Nina in our coding boot camp.
That's awesome.
Hey, she's Anina.
That's our future student.
Anina Marela.
Anina Marela.
Anina.
Marela.
No, Anina.
Yeah.
Anina. Okay.
Anina. Yeah. So, she loves to code too. When I'm coding, she's autistic, but she loves everything that is electronics.
You should teach her with visual tools like Scratch or like one of those visual programming, like those video games, like those games for kids on their phone. I think she'll learn and enjoy it. Now, I want to ask you, you have gone through so many difficult things. You have gone through another coding boot camp. What made you want to join this boot camp here today?
Because I think that you guys, the way that you guys teach and coach, I know that it will push me further and it will land me in a job before finishing my master's.
Fantastic.
That's like my goal, because right now, I have knowledge, but I'm like willing to step back, be a beginner, start from scratch, and go ahead, like add more knowledge to what I have. So when I sit to like take a whiteboard test, make sure that I'm not going to be embarrassed, So that's why I haven't like gone into to do something, because I know like maybe my health stuff and, my baby stuff and everything else have like maybe put like a pause to it. And plus the way that I learned in Puerto Rico is so different from here. Like over there, they're still on HTML and CSS plain. Like they don't use frameworks. So I just knew React and all this like maybe 9 months back. So that's why I want to improve my skills and build a good portfolio and have something to show and say, hey, I know how to do this. Let me sit down like you guys did.
So it's the skills, it's the portfolio, and then it's the goal of you getting a job.
Yeah, of course. Like, yes.
Now, Now, everybody here who is currently on here, right? Who you guys are watching and YouTube and here, just so you guys know, we'll be going out. We'll be going in about 5 minutes. We'll be finishing this.
Yeah.
And so make sure you click the link below to grab your seat, reserve that seat for the bootcamp, because in 5 minutes, that's it. This is when the 12.5 K deal is done.
Yep.
Right.
And
This
the
is
price
when,
goes up, guys.
exactly. So make sure you put the deposit down, and of course, we'll be able to get in the call with you. Now, I want to ask you one really simple question. What do you think will make this bootcamp different from the bootcamp that you had before?
Well, I know that in like the short time that I was in the challenge, I was like blown away, like, whoa, wait, this is good information. Maybe like things that I already knew, maybe like know it without going back to look to research for this or that. It was like going ahead. So that motivate me. So I was like, I want to start this like immediately. I don't want to wait till April. I want to go and jump into it.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's amazing to hear, Mei-Ling. Thank you so much for jumping on. I
you.
love that.
You're
Keep your
welcome.
positive energy up. Okay.
Always.
Okay.
Always.
All right.
Be
Take care,
blessed,
Mei-Ling.
guys.
We'll
Thank
speak
you.
with you soon. Okay.
Have a good day.
Yeah, I will wait for that call.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, fantastic. So that's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it.
Yep.
All right. If you're still on the fence, get off the fence.
Get off the
You
fence.
know us. We've been here. We absolutely love you. We are also making it so there's no risk for you as well. But what we want to do is make sure that your skills go up. We want to work with you really intensively. I've been working on this clever programmer, right, for the last 4 to 5 years. And now we're finally at a point where we have a big enough team, where we have a big enough, budget where we can actually support you and help you throughout your process and make sure that we work with you all the way until you get a job. That was something we were unable to do before.
Now we can.
Now we can. We launched this in January, and it's already getting such incredible results for people. My goal with coding was, how can we make it so it's better, gets better results than college universities, than other coding boot camps, and anything else out there? And I think we've finally made a program that can do that and do it in a way that's fun, that's exciting,
engaging, and most importantly, I think, is caring.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, like, one of the things that I think we love so much is we love people, right?
Yeah.
We're good. We care about every single person who is in a boot camp, or just honestly in clever programming here in general, right? And so we're here to show you love, as much as possible.
That's right. So if you're on the fence, click that button below, book your reservation. We're going to jump on a call with you and let's make it happen.
Let's do it, guys. Let's do it.
Let's make it happen. Let's get your skills up, okay? We love you guys. And as always, this is your boy Kazi.
And this is Naz.
And we will see you
in the next video.
Let's go.
Woo! Guys, click the link below. Put down your deposit. We'll see you there. We want to see you there. Let's do it, guys. Come on.
Thank you, everybody, for coming on here. Brandon, Melissa, Natalia, John. Thank you, every single person of you. James, I appreciate you, brother. Fernando, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for taking the time jumping on here. Thank you so much.
For those of you guys who made deposit, we'll be getting a calls with you shortly.
Okay. All right, guys. Take care, and we'll see you.
Bye. Bye.